The following podcast episode might contain coarse language and subjects not suitable for younger audiences. Your discretion is advised.
And that's why you need the comic stones.
You didn't tell us anything. All you said was, and that's why I need the comic stones.
Of course. I'm not going to tell you. I'm a supervillain, stupid girl.
Oh!
Are you mad? Hello?
Live from a not-so-sleepy little town comes a podcast for a mobile game. Really? Anyhow, your hosts, a content creator and an artist trying to come up with wild ideas while also talking about whatever. It's the Goosebumps HorrorTown TerrorVision podcast!
Hey, welcome back to the end of the world, Game Dead. Not officially, but we're already past Halloween. Well, I mean, technically we're filming this before, a week before Halloween actually starts. But it's safe to say the game's been abandoned, and there's certain reasons as to why, which I probably explained, I hope, some way. Yeah, basically, Pixel not doing so hot. Let's put it that way.
The game is dead. A lot of the denizens of HorrorTown have moved out.
Which is sad.
Even Curly left.
Right?
You know what's? Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though. Like I had an idea of what I wanted to do as far as a thought experiment of like what would be a good end game update to kind of wrap everything up, and I had an idea of how I was going to go about that, and that's all thanks to like Simpsons Tapped Out. And no, AI is not involved in this one. just so you're aware.
Yay!
But yeah, although that would be fun experiment. Like I love how the AI called us out last episode. It was just like, yeah, we're craving for your attention. I don't remember what exactly it said, but you know, fuck me. Way to call us out. That's horrible. AI is self-aware. Anyways, welcome to the podcast. I'm Grim as usual, my former podcast host. I also have Alistair back again. And finally we got Jax here, which is great. They missed last episode, unfortunately, but they're here now. So yeah.
I'm here. Hi.
And of course, there's oh God, am I forgetting somebody?
I don't know. Are you?
Oh, you're not doing a bit? Okay. Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm a little too tired to do a bit.
He was too busy. He was too busy working on things, especially the episode that he's gonna finish off the quadrilogy, I think. And is it the quadrilogy? Yeah, okay. So they got that, and then also art stuff that he, that's that too. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to compete with the AI. So maybe what we'll do next time is
it's not that I couldn't compete with the AI. It's just that there were a lot of like it's just that there were a lot of things outside this internet world that are, chipping away at my sanity.
Yeah, like haunted ghosts for one, and then the neighbors being worse.
No, like the ghosts I would rather have. I would rather deal with those fuckers because my neighbors. No, I want them to fuck off.
You prefer
even the
ghosts
even the ghost comes in and is just like, Jesus Christ, dude, we need to get these fuckers out.
Yeah, because the ghosts are. Yeah, because the ghosts in my apartment. Huh?
The ghost just like, do you want to hire me to like haunt them out?
I can fucking scare
God,
the shit
if
out.
I could, that would be
Man,
fucking great.
it'd be like it's like Mr. Marcus. Go haunt them. Get them the fuck out of here. You can live here all you want. Just get them the fuck off.
Because the ghosts that haunt my apartment, they don't really do much. All they do is just like move shit once in a blue moon. Other than that, it's just they're pretty chill.
They're just
They
chilling.
don't really do anything.
Yeah, they're just
chilling.
Anyways, so last episode was world record so far for this podcast, the longest episode with 3 hours and 30 some odd minutes, which is Jesus. Hopefully we might see how this turns. Maybe this will be the shortest podcast. I doubt it, but there's not a whole lot of topics talking about right now, just because. But we'll see what ends up happening here. Uh, what we'll probably do first. Oh, actually, there might be something I came up with, but first, let's just go ahead. Well, Jax wasn't here previously, and they do want to bring something up they wanted to talk about, so we can talk about that real quick. So take it away.
Yeah, it's not non. It's just me sharing my thoughts on it. And I'm like 2, 3 months late to talking about it. K-pop Demon Hunters.
Well,
Really
I
good
mean,
movie.
yeah, it is. I think I'll bring this up too because Fortnite is interesting. They recently, I think they had a Fortnite skin for them as well. I think recently, right?
They
So
did.
technically, they're yeah, and this was the movie, by the way, that was I think it was originally on Netflix. It still is, but it was also the
Mhm.
first Netflix show to actually be released in theaters,
Yeah.
which is a accomplishment within itself. And I can see why. The film looks funny. I didn't see the film myself, but I've seen clips and bits of it, and I'm just like, yeah, I can see that. I also seen
It
It's
gives
the
me
really
turning
good.
vibes.
yeah, I also seen the meme guy who does animation recaps, and he decided to make the derpy tiger uh do the dance. He's kind of
Which
famous.
one?
Well, I mean, this is the same guy who was famous for making Toothless do the dance, and everyone was just memeing on it. So that's with Pokemon
Oh,
Black and
that
White.
dance.
Oh,
Yeah,
him.
so he did an animation with the with the cat going.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's so
Yeah,
cute.
he probably made like a pretty penny off of the
yeah.
How to
The
Train Your Dragon animation.
I have to say though, his demon versions, it's like that's so awful. They just made him look little gremlin-looking creatures, and I'm just like, my God. Because in the movie, it's just, oh, I have like face painted and my eyes are colored. It's like, oh wow, what a horrible demon. I'm a monster. Yeah, sure, dude. You're not the first one.
Wait, what did you say that it was under its face? Like paint or something?
Not paint, but it was like markings. It's like I want to say tattoos, but it's not really. It's like
Yeah, like tribal tattoos or
yeah,
something.
Yeah.
yeah, right. You think demons, you
Because if
think
it was
horns and ugly, like like onis and shit like that. No, it's just like oh god, I have I have markings on. I have the Raven from Teen Titans syndrome, right? It's just like oh
They do.
poor
Raven from
baby.
Teen Titans syndrome.
I don't know
They
what to
do
call
have
it.
demons.
because I thought that if it was like something like makeup or something, I could see it being more of like a emo goth thing, like I'm a monster. I was rejected by society. No one understands me. Hey, honey, do you want some snickerdoodles? Fuck off, mom. Can't you see I'm grieving?
I'll put the sticker
No,
this.
they
Here's a movie.
do act.
Here you go.
Oh, I was gonna say no. They actually do have demon forms. You probably just seen them in their like human forms.
Yeah, just because
I haven't seen it, so I
again,
don't
I
know.
haven't seen the movie, so but I do recall that one of the things that was the big driving force is that as the name applies, they're K-pop stars, but they also hunt demons. And then there's demons who come out who decide to go as a boy band, and they became
Yeah.
popular and whatnot. And the leader, or the one main protagonist, I guess, she's fallen in love with one of them because she's also a demon, and she's trying to fight that from having her friends know this because again, the whole purpose is to fight demons, and she's just like, well, I'm also a demon, so I'm a big fucking hypocrite at this point.
I never tell them the secret.
Yeah,
Yeah. The
my
the
mom.
movie
Yeah,
the movie has a really beautiful message.
yeah.
And it's just a really good movie. I like it. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely see it. And there's a sequel coming too.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, because again, it did so well. Also, what was it? The art that they have going on for it kind of has Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse syndrome.
Oh,
The
Kind
but
of
movie?
in
you
a
mean
way.
like the?
Like good
Don't you mean
artwork, I
like the
mean.
same animation?
Yeah.
I could see it.
It also has a bit of that anime style to it too, just because of the facial animation. Like they go into the whole cartoony extremes in some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Which again, all for laughs,
Nice.
but that's part of the charm with it. But yeah.
Yeah.
I do
But
want to
yeah,
add, yeah. So with the K-pop Demon Hunters, I did mention with Fortnite, and it's a recent news hit recently. One of them being, so they did their Fortnightmares, and they had a lot of stuff. One of them being that they had Huggy Wuggy in the fucking game.
Yeah.
With
what?
no FNAF,
Plus is
but Huggy
stealing my
Wuggy's in the game.
life!
Yeah, so Poppy Playtime's in the game. They had Art the Clown. They had Scooby Doo. It's like Jesus Christ, this fucking game. And Jason Voorhees. It's like God damn, like fuck me. Having fucking Art the Clown do the gritty is just like it's now possible.
Uh,
God forbid we live in a day and age where Goosebumps get added to Fortnightmares and you get Slappy doing the gritty. It's just like that will be when I end my
I
life.
think
I
I think
could
Devin
die
I
happy.
think Vampire would die inside if that happened.
uh-huh.
Yeah,
Jesus
because I'm
Christ.
not a big fan of Fortnite. But what's funny is that I actually was talking to a couple of friends last night while we were online playing Wizard 101, and we made this joke about what would happen if Elmer Fudd was in Fortnite, and Elmer Fudd would just be like, "Oh, what you wascally wabbit, get away from me to do the gritty." He's just
Uh, but what's funny about that whole thing is that, they added, because it's Disney owns a big share of Epic for the whole purpose of making Fortnite into like this multiverse bullshit thing. So a lot of Disney's properties are starting to go on there. So we start seeing this like with Family Guy being added in there, and then the other Fox animations like King of the Hill. Um,
Right,
you know,
Simpsons is coming in too.
yeah, that was what I was to lead on to. Is they finally had to say after EA lost their rights last year, and thus, having Simpsons tapped out, God rest its soul, is fucking dead. Although technically not really, if you know where to look. I won't go into depths because technically that's in the gray area. But anyways, yeah, their first collab game outside of EA's control is that they're in Fortnite now, which is like God fucking help me. Especially since the fucking AI from the Tapped Out was just like, oh, maybe the next game will be a shooter game. That would be fun. And just like, fuck off. It's like you knew that it was going to happen, didn't you? So yeah, Simpsons
I
is
know
coming to
that
Fortnite.
They already had the contract signed.
They had Mar.
I
They're
know
gonna
that
have Marge do the gritty finally. Ha!
I know. I'm kind of glad that Goosebumps wasn't in Fortnite because it would. Because first of all, I like to keep the reputation of Goosebumps pure. It would also be kind of weird to like try and shoot at a small little dummy who's like struggling to carry a fucking huge ass gun.
No, it's gonna be
Yeah.
like Slappy as human form, or they'll have a Slappy in this mechanical, like kind of like what they do with Bart Simpson,
They'll
where he's in this
Yeah, I was
mechanical
about to say
like thing, right?
they'll do the BART treatment.
Yeah, or the Morty treatment. He's gonna do something like that. Like he's gonna be in a Monster Blood. That's what it's gonna be. He's like in Monster Blood body, but he's just there. Yeah. But
He,
I,
what?
I feel
Wait a
like
minute, Monster Blood doesn't work on him.
yeah, no. What I mean is the Monster Blood is he's using it to control, like to make a makeshift body, but he's in control of it, kind of thing. That's what I mean. Not like he eats the
Yeah, but
Monster Blood and does turn big, but anyways, if
wait,
if
don't
that
they
does
already
have
have a slime character though?
if Goosebumps ever did, if Sony forever, God forsaken reason, did a Goosebumps collab with fucking Fortnite, I would call a Farnsworth and go, I don't want to live on this planet anymore. But at least
They definitely
the
need that
brand isn't
elbow
dead.
pad
But
just for that joke alone.
yeah, but one of the things with the Goosebumps brand, which I mentioned, is that I'm glad it's not as big as say like FNAF or all the mascot horror stuff, because if it was big, then we'd get all these videos by these YouTubers being like, the predators of Goosebumps. There's this motherfucker who creeps on children. It's just like, fuck off.
Oh.
The real Goosebumps creeper. Because they got Minecraft creepers. We're not talking about the actual creepers, but we're talking about real creepers. Anyways, but stuff like that. But if the '90s was still a thing nowadays, then yeah, I can totally see that. But no, it's very odd. Like Goosebumps still alive. That's great. I mean, Stein is still kicking, so that's good for him. But actually, with that, there's also something else that popped in, which is random. So one of the scariest episodes from The Haunting Hour, I feel, was the short story Pumpkinhead. And they turned that into an actual full-length movie on Tubi.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
almost forgot about that.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
yeah,
And I was like, wow. And not only did we get that going on, which is actually quite interesting, but a Canadian animation studio that's just coming out decided to say that they're making an animated series on the Stinetinglers storybooks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a good year for Goosebumps.
I mean, Stein stuff, yeah, especially. You know what we're missing now? I want to see an animation of stuff of nightmares, because I think that would be fucking great to see, because that's like Stein's version of like, all right, I did stuff for kids, I did stuff for teenage girls, now I'm gonna do stuff for adults.
There was one book I really wanted to see a visual adaptation of.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was from the Nightmare Room called Shadow Girl.
I think I've heard. Didn't they do that for like I know the Nightmare Room. Am I thinking of the Nightmare? Yeah, the Nightmare Room had a TV series, right? Like a brief.
Yeah.
Didn't they do all the books from that?
No.
No? Oh.
No. It was
So
only a select few. Shadow
yeah.
Girl was not one of them.
Okay. For Nightmare, it's not a Nightmare. Sorry, Shadow Girl. What's that one about? Or just
Well,
remind me.
to put it in 10 words or less, it's basically it shares the same plot as They Call Me the Night Howler.
Oh. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Now I'm starting to remember that book. I'm thinking about it. Is that the only reason you like to do that? Is because of the Night Howl thing? Speaking of, I finally I showed off the meme of that you made a while ago. Like, stay mad, bro.
I love that.
It's weird to see her with a face, because it makes her look more like a furry. That's not what it's supposed to be, but it's just weird.
I know, but it's supposed to be like a mix between a wolf and a bat, because wolves howl and bats use sound to do things with.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, don't worry, I get that. It's just weird, because I know the design is supposed to be like no mouth, but then when you have again, it's all for humor. I get that, so don't get me wrong. And you pulled out the old internet humor of the the troll face and the rage comic.
The rage comics. I love rage comics.
Yeah, that was the style.
Those take me back.
Just for kids knows that was the style at the time. But
back in our day, we had scribbles that we called rage comics. Those were the days.
Memes.
We had this chicken scratch that we used to read that made us laugh like hearty men.
And not like you're 67 nowadays.
Not this newfangled beans at 3 a.m. nonsense.
Or your gyat. Yeah, I still can't believe that's a word.
That hurts me in my elderly soul.
I'm still 37 years old.
Like, as soon as I hear words like "gat," I just tumble over. It's like, I fell.
I'm like that woman. I've fallen and I can't get up.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
My soul left my body.
I'm dead.
Yeah. What else?
I know that Alistair wanted to mention something.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nothing big. As I mentioned in the previous podcast, I had mentioned Billy
Genshin
Astro
Impact.
Wonderland, which is the Genshin Impact UGC. Which, by the way, you misspelled UGC.
I don't care.
How did you misspell this
What?
acronym?
When have I not misspelled anything? Like, God forbid, like my fucking Patreon, not my Patreon, my fucking membership thing. I misspelled a suggestion, which is like gray. That's been morons
Yeah,
on the
like
fucking internet now.
I noticed yesterday. I was just like, I wonder how I tell him. But anyway, it's Jax. Jax put it better than I could. It's not. It was a little overhyped, but it is still brand new. So I'm not gonna like say my absolute like heartfelt thoughts on it, other than like I do enjoy it. I do enjoy the concept of making your own character and the fact that I can play as them on the actual game, as aside from just like the it's also kind of like a mix between Fortnite and Roblox. Fortnite because of how it introduces the other players in terms of maps, and Roblox because of the fact that you can make maps and just like send them out to be viewed by everybody else, which there are
Well,
some golden games and then there's
yeah.
not.
I was gonna say that you could technically still Fortnite as a good option because Fortnite also allows you to make your own shit and then share it. Like you remember, like they have a what we call it an inverse engine in there, right? So there's been many
Yeah, but I
companies
mean,
where they would show off. It's like, hey, come to our world. Here's the code, kind of thing. So.
I don't know, man. I don't want to give Fortnite that much credit, you know?
Well, I mean, it's the most popular. Like, you have to look, as much as I don't like Fortnite as a whole, I have to give Epic some credit here that they at least went fucking hard on it. They're like, all right, let's put all our shit in here and make it survive. Let's put it that way.
Let's put
We're
all our
we're
chips on this
we're gonna
gamble.
put it. We're gonna make it a Minecraft, bitch. It's all about just doing all the shit. All right.
And then
But
we're
yeah.
gonna have all the Gwitties and all the Gwizzies.
But
That
other
reminds me of a meme. Guys, which one's your favorite? Huggy Wuggy, Bed Space
Which
Blue,
one's your
Jumbo Shaw's,
Hey Wabbit?
I forgot his name, the frog dude,
the frog
Hey
dude.
Wabbit, which one's your favorite
Bang
character?
Bang.
I like Huggy Wuggy.
Yeah, the fucking what do you call it? This is like, Bugsy Boo, but he's not evil, and then the evil Bugsy Boo. It's like and I love it too because
Huggy.
this is a little kid who's
Look,
talking about like these things he had going on, and people started memeing on it where they just put AI voices on top of it. Like he had Markiplier looking sound like he's on Down syndrome talking about the guy. Which one's your favorite? Huggy Wuggy, Space Boys Blue.
but
And this
yeah.
also remind me of that other meme, which is like, have you ever dream had you know dr had a dream of when you dreamed a thing about and kind of go through it?
That's a meme.
Yeah, the kid was stumbling. He's like, have you ever had he keeps going.
Oh.
Cartoon characters when they get like a mild concussion.
Yeah, having a stroke. Is this what a stroke looks like?
But yeah.
Yeah.
Other than the UGC, the story that I was going through in the game was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like it was actually pretty amazing. Unfortunately, Vampire and Jax missed it because Vampire was probably still sleeping and Jax had something to do that day,
And I don't care.
and you didn't care.
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing back then. Like, when did this take place?
uh, the second part would have been Thursday, so like 2 days ago.
I was working then, and I went to bed.
Yeah, yeah.
I worked the night
There-
shift. Just
Oh.
so people are aware, I am a midnight person only, and I can tell you something, 3 a.m. is not scary. Nothing bad happens. It is boring. The witching hour is a flawed.
I mean, I
There-
do have some visitors, during that time. They're exceptionally rare, but
Yeah, I mean, that's true. We had your occasional vampires every now and then, but they're not anything special. It's like, oh, what? You got
Yep.
teeth and you drink
No,
blood?
they're
Oh,
Vampire.
whoopee. Oh, yippee. Not
Speaking
you
of
vampire,
vampires,
not that vampire. Other, actual like I don't know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. I'm just gonna shut up now.
Speaking of vampires, and this is only something that Jackson Vampire will understand. Vampire was sent to space by his best friend.
I'm glad I'm not in part of this conversation. I don't know what's going on. Does
Oh, that's.
Vampire?
I think that was part of the Genshin storyline.
Oh,
there was a point in time where like when he's being sent into space that I liked, where he just looked over, saw his friend, and I just imagined him going, "Oh, I see how it is."
Nice.
And now, speaking of vampire, there's something I would like to share.
Oh,
Okay,
cool.
share
yay.
with us.
Say
Share
it
the
with the
deets.
cast.
Share.
Well,
Gobble goo. Gobble goo.
share with us. Share with us.
Gobble goo.
Google
Gobble
gobble.
goo.
Google gobble.
Go
Almost
Google
missed a pure
gobble.
joke.
Anyway, there's actually two things I'd like to share, and I'll make them quick and brief. So the
Okay.
first one is that there is a band I like to listen to called Creature Feature. Some of you have heard of it, some of you have not, but they released a single, a single album, just recently called Dead Man's Party.
Yeah, they came back
Now,
from the dead.
I've listened to this song when it like released a few like I want to say like a minute or two ago after they posted. And I have to say, it is probably one of the most nostalgic things I have ever heard. And here's why I say this. Uh, Grim, you remember the old like Goosebumps promo
90s.
things that used to be on like Fox, right?
Yes.
Do you remember the promo for one of the Fox Goosebumps things where they did like a Doritos and Mountain Dew collaboration? Where they
Vaguely.
had like
I
the
do remember the promotion itself, but I'm trying to remember the commercial.
it had like this skull talking about like how people can uh it was like a weird little Goosebumps promotion with like Doritos where this black skull was talking about it, and at one point I think it mentioned a choice awards.
Yeah, I'll probably see you look it up. I'm sure Goosebumps guy probably has it.
Yeah, there would also be somewhere within like the collection of the Steam Lords channel.
Yeah, I'm
If you know,
reminded of Slappy Summer or whatever the fuck it was. These Midway fuck monster. I don't remember what the fuck it was called, but it was just like they had the Slappy dummy be hosting. Like he did a bunch of hosts for Fox Kids at some point. One of them's Monster
well, as far as
something.
I know, he only did two. One of them was Slappy's Monster Madness, and the other one
Yes.
was Slappy's Sideshow Saturday.
That's what it was. Slappy slap so Saturday.
Slapco.
Fucking slappy slap. I remember I loved that. That was the one joke I did last year where it's just like Slappy slapping all over the place and you just see the puppet just doing the slapping thing. It's just like yeah. it's that
God, when I saw
was
that, I was like laughing so fucking hard because that was the most funniest shit I've ever seen.
that came from home base. There was a platform for Scholastic's platform thing. So one of the people who worked there, I guess, decided to have a Slappy doll, and you're just like, "What are you doing, Slappy? That's Slappy, don't do that." Pets the thing, and it just slaps it.
But yeah, once I find the Doritos Goosebumps thing, I'll send you that video link as well as the new song, and you can definitely tell that there is like similar tunes to it, like a similar beat to it.
I could, yeah. It may have gotten inspired by that, or maybe, I don't know. Like, sometimes I've seen people who would take sound clips from something and then kind of make a song out of it, which is not
I
unheard of.
mean,
There's been many cases where they would take video game soundtracks and kind of blend it in, and it's kind of, you know. And sometimes it's vice versa, right? Sometimes other games end up coming into, like, again, a prime example of this. Sonic 2 Mystery Caves. That song kind of has a closest resemblance to Inspector Gadget's theme.
okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's.
I don't know if they were. I don't even know if Creature Feature even remembers that, but maybe.
I don't
But
think
at the
so. I
same
think it's
time,
just more
it
of
could
a
be just like a big
coincidence.
fucking yeah, it could be
It's a
like a big
coinky
old
dink.
fucking coinky dink.
Yeah, coinky dink.
But the
Anyone?
second thing I wanted to bring up involves a game called Wizard 101.
Oh, okay.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Now I
Mm.
understand.
Oh no. I, I'm not out of the loop
So
for this one.
us whiz heads, we were anticipating a specific world that is going to be coming out this fall, which is Darkmoor. And, yeah, yeah,
I
Jax is giggling with excitement.
Mm.
I feel like you would like it a little bit, Grim, because it seems to take inspiration from a lot of classic horror monster movies.
I have to look this up now. What is it called? Darkmoor?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Darkmoor.
Darkmoor.
Okay.
Um, but it's currently like in terms of Darkmoor in Wizard 101, currently we only have like the Castle Darkmoor, which is like a dungeon, but soon it would be like an actual world, and the monsters that you get to mostly predominantly see are werewolves or werebeasts, vampires, and gargoyles.
Oh, this is
And
where
that's
the dark things are placed. And what was it? One of the villain characters who ended up coming back from the dead. I forgot what's his. The only reason I know this is because I watched. I forgot what the fuck his name was, but he did like the 2 hour long special of just the Wizard 101 lore from start to finish and the different arcs that kind of came about it.
oh.
Oh.
Yeah, what was it? Mazastar the Undying.
Oh, Malistaire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Malistaire.
the kind of history behind him and how
Yeah.
he ended up, coming
You know
back.
what the sad part is? He kept coming back. He never wanted to come back.
Why did you like? Why would you die?
Listen, young wizard, I don't want to come back, but they keep pulling me back in.
My body. The excuse is that his soul ended up escaping. Like he went on, but his body did not. So it's like the evil part of him just stayed behind because we need an excuse to have him around.
The only thing that kind of irks me a little bit about the monsters is how they decided to go with in the vampire route. Because originally in Wizard 101, vampires are usually depicted as having human heads but small little bat bodies, which is
Oh yeah,
a
they made
charm
them
that I really liked.
they
Yeah.
made them anthropomorphized.
Yeah, instead they just made them look more like anthropomorphized bats, but more human-like, you know?
Mm.
Yeah.
It's kind of
I mean,
like it's kind of like the Cheney effect when it came to werewolves.
I can see
Oh, you know
why.
what? You know what they look like to me? They look like fucking Nightwing.
Oh, Sora Nightwing?
No,
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 he means Count Nightwing from
Nightwing.
Goosebumps.
Yeah, his monster
Oh.
form. Because he has a bit of a butterface thing going on there. And then it's weird because there's also what? Uh like Count Dracula vampire, but he's just a head on a bat.
I
Well,
mean,
not exactly. It's just like a basic human head on the body of a bat.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the trope where you find that type of thing in like there was one movie in particular called Dracula Dead and Loving It.
Yeah, yeah. And then also they made fun of them Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy as well.
And there was also another show called School for Vampires
Yeah.
where they'd had that similar thing too.
Yeah, but the only reason I said the Count Nightwing thing is because I looked at it and it's just like the vampiric House of Cups is the house of plenty of engaging. Like I'm looking at this thing and it's like
Yeah,
I see the picture of in question. It was just like it kind of does have that humanoid vampire bat look,
yeah.
right?
And
Yeah.
the thing about Darkmoor is that each of the houses, like everything about Darkmoor so far, seems to take inspiration to the tarot cards.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So, like with the houses themselves, with the exception of coins, each one of them represents like the different factions or like the different, I guess, quote unquote, suits of tarot cards.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
spell themselves also takes inspiration from various tarot
Tarot.
cards, including Wheel of Fortune, the Chariot, the Tower, the World, Mortality, which is actually just the Death card,
Yeah.
and
I-
the Emperor.
I
Yeah.
can't wait.
You're forgetting
Oh,
one.
and the Hierophant, or the
Yeah.
Hierophant. Yeah, I almost forgot about that one.
Yeah. That's weird. Interesting. I don't know why, but because you brought up Wizard 101, it brought back a memory, and I was just like, oh yeah, this happened a year ago. The only thing I remembered was that there was a drama that went on, which was, I think,
Oh yeah,
it's
I
like,
remember.
Chris, I
You're
got
talking about the
fired for
Wizard
not doing my
101 hack.
job. Simple. I was given fair notice, a fair chance, and I didn't do the work. That's the whole story on that. All right. Now that the air is clear, let's talk about Matthew Anderson, and you try to work under the leadership of a person like that. And I'm like, oh boy. Yeah, so then the
I
whole Matthew
remember hearing
Anderson
about
shit.
that.
And they also just released a new pack for Wizard 101's Halloween event for it's all based on Alice in Wonderland too. It's called the
Cool.
Creepy Tea Party
I
pack.
don't. Oh my gosh, I forgot how Selena Gomez looks so fucking horrifying looking.
I actually lost my first account, so I lost all of my fucking Selena Gomez shit.
What was the
That shit's
storyline?
like
The storyline
rare
was
to come
what?
around.
Like crap people wanted to, like the crap king was just like, I wanted to date you, and it's like, hey, no, you're a crapper. I don't like that. And then what was
No.
it? One of the Jonas Brothers was also in the game as
Yes.
a musician
Yes.
because he
Still
happened
is.
to
Yeah.
do music for the group.
Yeah, they made music for Winter Tusk.
Yeah,
He
and then
still
what
is
was
in the
it?
game.
Fucking
You can still find him.
yeah, and what was it? There's another chick that I don't think she was in the game per se, but there was a brief, like a little hint, nod, nudge, nudge thing, which was I forgot what's her name, but she was like uh, po plus women positivity, but then she had a recent drama that came on about what she was
Oh,
not. You know who I'm talking about? It was like trying to remember.
Lizzo.
Yeah, her. Wasn't
Yeah,
it a
I
reference?
actually yeah.
Yeah. Because I know she wasn't in the game per se, but they did kind of have a little nod to her, right?
Yeah, a lot of content in Wizard 101 usually takes references to other media. Like just last night when I was playing Wizard 101 with some friends, including Logan
Yeah.
or Alistair, um, we actually did some side quests involving the Crypt Keeper, or
Yeah.
at least a character based on the Crypt Keeper.
I
Yeah.
hate him so much.
He also appears again in Wallaroo, just so you know.
Yeah,
The
I know.
phone keeper, you mean?
No, the Script Keeper.
The script keeper. Oh, what? Let's see this.
Yeah, he's called the Script Keeper, and he
And
has
that,
these
yeah.
stories that he likes
Oh,
to
so it
tell.
reminds me
One
of
of them is
someone else.
one of them is complete bullshit.
Yeah, the stories that he tells that are one of them is based on the Giving Tree, but it's called the Unforgiving Tree.
Nice.
Uh,
I'm
the
looking
next
at
one,
this guy. I'm looking at this motherfucker now. He's just like, there's one where he's just wearing glasses. Like, it's like,
yeah, that's the
that,
Wallaroo one.
yeah, the Juggernaut Crap Theaters are where I'm looking at this. And then there's Night Forest, which he's in.
Yeah.
This.
Then there's another story he did is called the Shark Principle or something.
Yeah.
No,
Or
it was called the Jaws well that ends well.
yeah,
Oh my
So,
and then the
god.
let's
last
see.
one is based on the Snow Queen.
Script Keeper is a creep attendant in the crypt who enjoys sharing fiendish fantasies with passing wizards. And then they give you locations, given quest, the Jaunt of Fear, the Vault of Lore, quest goals, tales from the script, the Jaunt of Fear, the Vault of Lore. Yeah, so it's like there's
I
3 different things you got going on here.
the
Yeah.
Vault of Lore sucks.
Let me see why. The Vault of Lore, what is this all about? Yeah, and the other thing too with the meme, yeah, okay, so I don't really give a whole thing here. The unforgiving, it leads into the unforgiving tree thing. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll give a quick synopsis about the lore one before we can just move on. So
Yeah.
the story about that one is that it involves a boy who meets a giving tree, and the giving tree, gives and gives. But the boy wants to be a writer, so he asks for bark to make paper so he can make scripts.
Yeah.
And so the tree gets really annoyed and curses the paper. So that way he's not only cursed to write for all eternity, but a lot of his stuff either becomes really macabre or very nonsensical.
Yeah. I
And after you defeat him, after you defeat the writer, you break free of his curse.
Oh.
Okay. It's interesting because I see a screenshot here. It's like, that's right, kiddies. Debuting here exclusively in this macabre metapopolis is an unnerving little underling we call the Fourth Lark. And then you just see this fucking gerbil-looking security
Oh,
guard
yeah,
motherfucker on the side.
yeah, that's a hamster. He came from Caramel, which is
Yeah.
like Candyland, but he's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little.
but it's like a cult. I remember that.
It's not exactly a cult. They're just
No,
like
but a
big
cult
ass
of
movie
opinion,
stars.
right? Because you had these bunch of these people acting like the mother or no, the grandmother type character, right? But it's like you don't know who it is because it's a bunch of actors. It's just like, oh yeah, I'm the fuck. God, what's your name? I know this, but I'm not too into. You know what I mean? It's like I kind of know
Yeah.
things, but I don't pay much attention to it or play the game per se. So it's like I'm
I
vaguely
hear you.
aware.
Okay, so speaking of Caramel, the one thing I really liked about Caramel was I forgot his name. But he was like in charge of like keeping happiness inside Caramel,
Mm.
and like everyone is like scared of this fucking guy because apparently they would get like tortured if they weren't happy. So they would always like look over their shoulders, and he would be like poking his head out to see what's going on.
You're having fun,
The
yeah?
fourth, yeah, the fourth lark, by the way, kind of had this picture of Uwe, like you mentioned, but it's kind of like posted like a Alfred Hitchcock thing,
Yeah.
which is yeah. Oh my God, I fucking hate how this guy looks exactly like the Crypt Keeper. Like they didn't even bother to be like, oh no, it's not, we're tongue in cheek. It's no, this is literally the Crypt Keeper from the fucking from the HBO show. It's like what the fuck, dude. Ah, yes,
But
this frightened little fable is about a queen who imprisons her whole kingdom in permanent winter. I call this chilling chant, let it snow.
And getting back to Darkmoor, there is actually a Dracula reference in the character of Lucy.
Yeah.
Oh?
Yeah, Lucy is a vampire.
Oh.
However, I don't want to spoil too much of it, but essentially she's cursed into becoming a human.
So is his gimmick basically it's just like, oh, I'm telling these tales, but really you're just battling these characters? Because I'm like looking at another screenshot. It's like, and brought snowmen to life. Snowmen who are awful. And it's like awful
Yeah, you
snowmen. I'm
actually
just like,
fight the snowman.
it's
You
like,
actually
oh
fight the
my
snowman
fucking
and the
God.
character.
Huh?
You fight the characters in the
Yeah,
dungeon, yeah.
Of course.
yeah,
You got
but you
evil
don't.
Merlin. The opposite Merlin or
But
whatever it
you,
is. Again, yeah, again, it's interesting how they put the little nods and stuff in there because they obviously know the people who grew up with this stuff and it's like, yeah, why not? Let little kids
I'm just
learn
waiting
about this
until
stuff.
like they make. I'm just waiting until they make like some kind of Goosebumps reference in Darkmoor.
Oh
Oh,
my
you know
god.
that if they put up
Yes.
Ventriloquist Dummy, they're gonna make a mention of Slappy because he's the most infamous of them all. If you
Oh
think of
yeah,
a
if not
Ventriloquist Dummy,
Curly the
Slappy is
skeleton, because they do
immediately the
have
first one.
skeletons.
Yeah. And then you get fucking script keepers like, who the fuck is this guy? It's like, hey, buddy. Who
I'm
you
here to
mentioning?
steal your show. Again, Curly.
Speaking of Curly,
I,
though, I think we're
I
gonna mention
dingus.
one last thing before we go into the Curly stuff. I do remember that there was this controversy, and I put in quotation marks because I think it's a controversy. But a while ago, they did change the way that they did their character creation, which I think most I'm starting to think most of these games are doing this now, where especially Animal Crossing did the same thing, where instead of like a gender like male or female, boy or girl, it's basically type A and type B, right?
Ugh.
So then they're like, oh, game
Oh
going
yeah.
woke, which is like, well, I mean, I get what they're trying to go here, but it's just like at the same time, it's just like, I'm not, no, I'm just curious what you guys think of that because I assume you still play the game, right? So
Meh.
Um, as
exactly.
a as a gender fluid person,
Mm,
I like
yeah, I mean,
It doesn't affect my day.
no.
yeah. Like it's a cool thing they did, but
Here's the thing. I'm the type of weirdo who likes playing the opposite gender just cause you always just I get, but it's funny. When I was younger, like I played the gender I was at, and then there's like nowadays, and it's like, nah, let's have female representation. Why not? We don't get a lot of those nowadays. So
I
it's
mean, I'm like that when it came to like Wizard 101. Like my first character actually started off as female,
yeah,
mhm.
and she's actually became my main character that I use like often.
yeah.
Yes.
Hopefully you don't get hit on by people who are like, you want to be gay? It's
Actually, there was a case where that did actually happen, but in a more inappropriate twist.
Oh,
I'm alone.
Yeah, I'll probably share
Yeah,
off
yeah,
I was
the
gonna
no
show,
worries,
say
but
no worries. I'm just reminded of the Fortnite thing where some kid was, a guy was playing a female character, and then there's this little kid who's just like, "You want to be my girlfriend?" And it's like, I don't know what it was exactly. He didn't tell him that, he's a dude or whatnot, but at some point, it's just like, you just hear him just like, "Yeah, I'll be alone. I'll be alone for the rest of my life." It's like,
there was actually a time where the only thing that I would mostly complain about is like people who are trying to like uh, find dates on Wizard 101. I'm like,
oh my
this ain't your
god.
fucking dating site. This is a game.
yeah, again, it brings back old memories of ye old long ago. But anyways, I
Yeah,
think that's about it. That's some nice topics we talked about randomly. Is there anything else you wanted to go on about, or good?
I got nothing.
yeah, we should be good.
All right,
Yeah.
so let's talk about Curly. Trick or Trap, to be
Yeah.
more precise. So this is the big. There was a third Halloween event that got released, and this was a big one because this introduced Curly into the game. Mind you, it was also the most controversial of the type because he was only exclusive via the packs, and that only became that way only until what was it? The end of 20, like the beginning of 2021, where they actually put him in the shop and they put him as like like the most expensive character out there, like 1,000 whatever Goosebucks is like Jesus Christ. But
Yeah,
Makes
I
sense.
remember that.
It's the curly, so it makes sense.
yeah, but he breaks the game. He broke the game as far as when he was released because every update past that, it was like all the content he drops is like game breaking slash whatever. And he also was able to do lots of animation tasks. So, and the reason that was the case was because this was a guy who was he was in the workings ever since April. So it was like 6 months of working on this guy and then finally releasing him in October, which was a very interesting fascination because his crypt was originally in the Monster Blood section. And if you're curious on why the Monster Blood section looked to be like a graveyard at some point, which was very odd, it had Curly's thing there. Originally, the reason why was because he wanted to design the promenade to be, and this is talking about the main director, by the way. He wanted to make the main promenade to be designed in the sense that it's going to stay the same no matter what, and only difference would change would be that of the crafting scene slash spawn scene. So he had a weird idea of how they wanted to design the promenade, so it made more cost efficient to say. Never happened though
Yeah.
because whatever, but yeah, 2020 was the highlight year, I would say. But yeah, this introduced Curly. It had his dog Drool, which again, a lot of this was basically if you grew up with Goosebumps and kind of knew some of the back end lore behind the books, especially characters that were not really in the Goosebump books. Like this was like promotional material. This would be something for you. One of the things I remember about this update was there was someone on the blog that was talking about mentioning how Curly had sisters that they made mention of in the newsletters. And he's like, I wonder what they look like. And then all of a sudden it's like, holy shit, they added the characters in the game. They look awesome. Right? And I love how
Unfortunately, they're not walk-arounds, but yeah.
the funny thing about that is that he designed walking animations for the three girls as well as Lillian, which is technically the only character from the book, but not really. It's basically, again, 2020 was basically like we vaguely take the book idea and we just make it our own fucking thing. Screw it. Name only.
You know, kind of like what we do here.
Exactly. All right. Sonny was part of the involvement and he wore the mask because it was like, oh, it was in the book, so he has to have the mask on. It's just like
Yeah, the death mask, if I
the
remember
death
correctly.
mask. Yeah. So they had him be involved, which was nice. But it was interesting as far as the series stuff goes because again, this introduced Drool, which was great because again, the funny part that I mentioned with it is that Drool's name came about from a contest where they're like, let's name Curly's dog. What do we call it? Right? And they end up coming up with Drool. And it's like the reason we picked Drool was because it was like it's a combination of cool and ghoul. And it was just like I thought it was because he's a dog and he drools. But okay.
Yeah, right. Like you'd think that because
But
he's
no.
also like a
A
pit bull
pug.
too, I think.
He's a bulldog.
Yeah, bulldog. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. So
And
it's fun.
those dogs are known for their drooling.
Yeah.
So I thought it made sense at the time that his name was Drool because he was a bulldog and bulldogs drool.
He has a fun animation too. I love his little thing. His quest line was interesting too because you got to see the other dog animal characters actually talk, so you got to see what their inner thoughts are. And this
And
also
you also get to see how Cuddles operates too,
yeah,
because he was
this also
involved in.
introduced the controversy of the design or redesigns for Cuddles and Drool because not Drool, sorry, of Trigger. Because originally, when they were introduced, they were supposed to be NPC characters, but they couldn't do that. So instead, they didn't really design artwork for the characters. So originally, they just kind of cut a image of their actual character and put it on the side of the character sheet. So it looked very odd. So they ended up redesigning them. And Trigger was fine. Trigger had no problem with his artwork. Cuddles, on the other hand, I don't know what the fuck they did, but they made him look like an old man. And it's because of how they designed his face cheek. It looked like a fucking beard. Like, oh my god. It's
I
like
need to
the
see this now.
ugliest design I've ever seen. Like, oh, poor guy. But yeah,
Oh God, he does.
yeah. I don't know what the fuck happened.
He
His
looks
in-game
he
model
looks
was
so
cute.
ancient.
His in-game
looks
model
like
was
he's about
cute. What the fuck happened? Why did it look so
he
bad?
he looks like he's about to pick the Dragon Warrior.
Oh, back again. I was
Like, look at
once
this.
a
He
giant.
looks
I ate the fabled monster blood.
He looks like he's about to check your list and check it twice.
Yeah, Santa trigger. Santa cuddled.
he looks like the hamster from Bolt, except he just looks older now.
Yeah, but if you look at the in-game model, it's adorable. It actually looked well, right? So that's why people's like,
He
this is a
looks like
downgrade. Fuck me.
he
But
looks like he's reminiscing the good old days.
yeah, fuck yeah. Let's make fun of it. God, the artist oh god, that was one of the worst designs for that. I swear, it sucks. But anyways, back on topic, the Halloween update. So it was interesting because this was more of the Curly update, so it had a backdoor with Curly and how pathetic of a monster he really is. And one of the funniest things about this particular update with my coverage as it was there was a meme when it came to the first spawn, which is Prince Karu. As you know, he's the first spawn you end up getting, which is the crash site. And when you spawn him, it's like 10 seconds of him going out and scaring people, and then he's down for a bit for at least 10 minutes. So again, he's the first
Okay,
introduction to the scenes. Thing is,
what
as soon as you start
I was gonna
growing, huh?
I was gonna say what I really liked about the Koru thing is that anytime like I would like have like a character so far away and I would like unleash Koru, he would just like run towards that person. And if they only scared that one person or didn't reach him in time, I like to think that he was just like, well, that's enough scaring for me today.
That's the thing. So what ends up happening is that he becomes useless because he doesn't scare anybody at that point. But what was funny about it was Curly couldn't scare any fucking buddy. And then I spawned Prince Karu at the right time and he scared Curly. I'm just like, even Karu fucking got Curly. I'm just like, got it.
Well, anybody can scare him, really.
Yeah, even the weakest of the monsters. It's just like that. That's sad. But yeah, I feel sorry for the poor guy because his sister riffs on him. So the sisters in question are Skelly, Boo, and Nightshade, and the designs of them are real interesting. So Skelly is in the style of a Katrina, which is from the Dias de los Muertos celebration,
Yeah.
and it's mostly just Lady Death in a sense. So I like that design with her. Boo is more shaped like I would say
She's more of a ghost.
a banshee almost, right? Like a ghost banshee. And it kind of reminisced in the sense of like Curly's original design, which was supposed to be like this ghost character type thing. So maybe that might have been referenced there. For some reason she has a
Yeah.
mouth on her fucking costume, which is like, okay, I guess yeah. Weird
I guess
lips, by the way, too. It's a very odd. She's the only one with lips, which is like very weird, but
yeah, that is true. I think the
oh,
reason why she has the mouth on her abdomen is to amplify her screams, I would say.
yeah, so that's why I'm thinking she's more like a banshee in that type of sense. Weird thing
Yeah,
too, weird
makes
fun
sense.
fact. She apparently had a human boyfriend at one point, but he died because he pissed Lillian off and he got turned into a statue. According to the
Oh
lore.
shit.
According to the lore of
He
the
got
of the story.
he got
That's what you
petrified.
get.
Yeah.
And
And
then there was
apparently
Nightshade.
yeah, and apparently Curly had a friend named Dark Lord.
Dark
Erwin the
Lord?
Dark Lord. Yeah.
He's friends with Voldemort.
Yeah.
Have you met my friend, the Dark Lord?
Yeah.
Have you met my
Anyways.
friend, the Dark Lord? We're not supposed to say his real name. Oh, wait a minute, I know him. That's Voldemort.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Don't say his
Well,
name.
God, well, damn it. What did we talk about?
Yeah.
He
Where's
probably
that
doesn't have the
blasted
notes. I
child?
wouldn't say that he sent the X-nay on the O's-nay.
Yeah. It's funny too because it's just like the designs of them are inch. And then of course you get to Nightshade, which is like supposed to be this Eddie from Iron Maiden looking the Crypt Keeper rocker 80s rocker looking skeleton character, and she's supposed to be like the worst of them. So if Skelly and Boo are scarers, she's the worst one as far as how she does her business. It's just like from what I was described from according to Curly is that she scared somebody by literally ripping her arm off and then telling her that she's gonna take him down the hill, which is like fuck me.
So
Yeah,
she's
that's
like
early, did it?
So violent, scary. Got it.
Yeah, basically violent, scary.
No, she's more like hardcore scary.
Yeah, she's the black sheep of the family in the sense, but even she
And
likes,
she's usually the one who rips on Curly a lot.
yeah, and she it's the gimmick of like if you love somebody, you end up hurting them a lot more for some strange reason, and that's the same case with her. Like she even admits it to herself under breath. It's just like she likes Curly, especially his stupid like he's basically the younger brother of the sisters, and they ripped on him because of how silly he is. So it's like, oh, look at him scaring and his fucking head falls off. It's just like, oh, goofball.
Oh,
But they do it
That's our
out of love.
Curly.
Because the way I looked at it is that this is how siblings act with one another. They always rip on one another, but not in a mean way, but in more of a kind of like, you know what I mean? Like if you had a sibling, you would know that type of dynamic. So it's the same thing here. But Curly's kind of like, I fucking hate it. Screw this. I'm not gonna be scared anymore. He just gives up because he's like, he
You just
gets
gave it up?
he just gave up. Yeah, but it's funny though because his
Well, actually, as far as I know, he didn't actually give up because he did successfully scare someone at one point.
yeah, kinda. But anyways, um, I'll talk. So with Drool's quest line, it was basically him trying to find something to help Curly be up himself again because he was down in the
Cheer up,
dumps,
basically.
and only Cuddles was the one who actually gave him wise advice. It's like, wow, that's really good. He's just like, what? Oh, did you see my new ball? I can run, and look, run.
Let me give you a little bit of wisdom, youngin.
And literally,
Wow,
Did you
Cuddles.
see my new hamster ball? It's nice.
and he's like,
Wow,
oh,
Cuddles, that was
I
actually
can
really
run. Yeah.
Cuddles, that was really profound.
Huh?
Yeah, what's that?
Huh?
Let me show you my new
Did you see
car.
my new ball? I can run. And what? Yeah, it's funny. God,
Wow, Cuddles, that was really profound.
Huh?
What was your
Huh?
advice? I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you
Anyway, have
talking
you
about,
seen
young
my
soldier?
new hamster ball?
I can
It's
run.
nice and round, and I get to run in it.
Yeah, literally.
Run,
That's.
William.
I swear to God, if I would do, if they had brought that back, I would have made him sound like an old man voice, just cause fuck it. It would have been funnier, but I get that old chickmunk voice, so whatever. I had a bit of a thought there. Also, for some reason, he's a horn dog over Fifi. Like Fifi's trying to give him good advice, and he's just like, "Oh, Fifi, oh."
Yeah, he's just like way too love struck.
Yeah. Even to the point where the fucking the blue and howl dog was kind of like, Jesus Christ, calm down, keep it
Yeah,
together,
the
goddammit.
Curlew Hound.
Drool, I get it, but calm.
Wolfsbane is your typical
Yep.
fucking like he's totally fits with fucking Conrad as far as like his dog goes. It's just like Jesus Christ. Don't talk to him. That it's fine. Sorry, I fucking asked. Yeah. So anyway, so Drool's questline was fun. Curly's was more focusing on trying to trying to like his sister's trying to teach him how they end up scaring people, and he's not learning anything. So then Jillian, Lillian came in and tried to save or try to help Curly because again she's a scare teacher. That's her whole point. The reason she's here is because she wanted to open up a school to teach monsters how to scare properly, I guess. But yeah, by the way, that's the whole plot of the story is that Lillian came into Horrortown as to open up a school, and the reason his sisters are there is because they're like her top students, and he's like, well, to show basically to promote the thing, right? So anyways, yeah. So anyways, she introduced this fucking box of fears, and supposedly anytime you open it, it's like your worst fears come to life. Skelly's fear is that she's scared of snakes.
I
Boo's
don't know why. She's a fucking skeleton.
Boo's fear is that she can't say anything, so she loses her voice, right? Which is makes sense. And then fucking Nightshade is hilarious. It's basically Mandy's fear. If you remember Billy and Mandy when they were going, I don't know if you remember this one, but there was a special of trying to find the hand of fear or nightmares, and because they were trying to get the boogeyman from getting it. If you
Right.
remember that.
I remember the boogeyman being like a pirate or something.
Yeah, that was the one. So basically, the idea is that this hand, you can't get this hand because it'll bring your worst fears to life. And Mandy's worst fear was this whole like happy-go-lucky, like basically this horrible version of herself, where she's just like, So it's like
horrible, quote unquote.
yeah. So Nightshade's fear is that she's in this happy-go-lucky home with happy faces, and then her hair is basically like fucking like 90s 50s mothers. I basically did a good design for her as what she would look like according to what is described. And what's creepy about this too is that they described it as these faces are with no eyes and whatnot, but it's like stupid hat. It's like God, fuck, I can totally see why she would be scared of this, but
So
but
it's just like one of those like actual human like smiley faces.
yeah, basically. And then she just closes the box, and
Oh, that's
it's like
weird.
basically we're realizing that type of stuff. And at the end of the day, she's just showing Curly like, everyone has their fears, right? And she's just like, oh, I guess the lesson is that we're supposed to learn our fears, sorry, right? And then she's like, nah, I just want to do it just cause.
I just wanted to do it because I wanted to do it.
Yeah,
Because I felt like it.
Because I wanted to laugh.
yeah. And by the way, for the
I did it for the lulz.
the nightmare hand thing, Grim was the only one who was able to grab it because there was no nightmare to think of yet for him because he's literally living his nightmare right now. So it's like the fuck I could do.
Yeah.
He's like, living with
This
you.
is
With
my
you two is the worst nightmare I have. So you did null and void.
this is my hell.
It's literally this is my hell. Literally, this reminds me of a One Piece thing where you're familiar with One Piece, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Vaguely.
so there's this character. One of the character, I think Usopp is his name, and
He's the one with the big Pinocchio nose,
the big
right?
nose. Yes, the ace shooter or whatever you call it. I don't know what his job was, but it's basically he's able to shoot like he's an armed shotman or something like that. There's a
Sniper or
marksman.
whatever.
Marksman. Yeah, thank you. So he's like a marksman. He's able to shoot. So he's aiming at whatever. Anyways, there is this one segment where he's going up against this one of the characters who I guess Gum powers is that she's able to send a spirit out, and as soon as it hits somebody's body, they become depressed, and it's just like, oh, I hate my life and all that. So basically, she's able to kind of null and void people by basically making them depressed. And it comes to Usopp's term, and he's like, oh, I must have forgot to hit you. So then she shoots the thing at him, and he's still there, and he's just like, what's happening? This has never happened before. It's just like, well, that's because I'm always depressed. And then that breaks her, like, her whole spirits, like the fact that this guy is fucking depressed and yet he still stands. And all of a sudden she's like, don't give up. Don't give up. And he's like, don't patronize me. Because all of them start going like, yeah, don't give up, man. You guys, like, don't patronize me. Yeah, it's funny, but yeah, it's just it's the idea of that. But anyways, back to the story here. So that's Curly's side section. The main quest though is the same thing here. He ends up meeting with Sonny because he's like, "Oh, that's a cool costume, dude." It's just like, you're a fucking idiot, kid. Like you really look at the skeleton man, and you're like, "Yeah, that's a cool costume." Like, okay, we're playing with fucking logic here.
Realistic.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Wow,
he's
these
like,
are so realistic, and starts playing him like a fucking xylophone.
Yeah. It's like, no, oh wow, I didn't know that. So, anyways, they meet. They become friends in a sense, and he tries to help him out. And he's like, "Oh, should I tell my friends that you're wearing a costume?" He's like, "Yeah, you should probably do that because it's not really in the monster's code to be friends with humans." It's just like, "Oh, that's bullshit, Curly." Because there's been many monsters who made friends with humans. Will and Courtney being a prime example of that. So, bullshit.
Well, actually, I think those two are actually dating.
Yeah, but still bullshit.
Well, yeah, it's still bullshit, but
yeah, but anyways, so he goes ahead and he's like, "Oh, this is my friend Curly," and he's like, you see Curly, and he's wearing the fucking the comical glasses with the nose and the mustache. It's based on
the disguise.
The disguise. You know what I'm talking about? Like it's the famous. It's making fun of that one famous comedian, but there's a name for that fucking. I don't remember what it's called. So hold on.
Are you talking about Groucho Marx?
Yes, but there's a name for his glasses that they call
Just imagining Curly in these glasses, just going,
The
"Hello,
Galancho
hi."
glasses, but there's a name for it. I don't remember it. Uh, the Beagle Bus glasses. That's what it is.
Like
Yeah. So
I can imagine Curly actually sounding like Groucho Marx when he meets the other kids. Like,
wah, wah,
my
wah.
ex-wife misses me, but her aim is getting better.
Wah, 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 wah. Or it's, yeah, trust me, it'll be funny when I'm an old man. Yeah. Anyways, it's funny, but yeah, he has the Gretel Bus glasses going on there. Yeah, but the Groucho glasses. Anyways, so he's in the disguise, and it's basically playing like fucking like what do you call it? The whole Clark Kent thing, where it's just like he puts glasses on, and all of a sudden it's just like, oh, he hears about Superman. It's just like, yeah, it's a crazy thing about that. You know, he kind of look like him, but you know, it can't be him.
Even though, despite the fact that he wears like a different pair of glasses, that doesn't like change the fact that he's still a fucking walking skeleton.
Or that
So you know
that
about his hypno
then it
glasses.
reminds me of that joke with the Simpsons when it talks about like you know he's trying to find out Batman. It's like you know Bruce Wayne's Batman. It's like that billionaire playboy. He can't be having time for doing all that shit. It's the same logic there. It's just like Curly? Nah. I mean he's a normal human being. Look at that face.
Look at
Like
that look at that peak physique.
Yeah. Mr. Burns would be proud. Anyways. Yeah, so they end up kind of helping him out by building his confidence, where he's just like, you know, they try to do many things. Like they steal Nightshade's glasses to try to be on him. He's like, "Oh, I'm Jake the human. Can I tell you something?" He's like, "Do you want me to ask how that went?" He's just like, "Don't." He's like, he fails at that too. It's just like, at some point they decide to go. I have a great idea. Why don't we pretend to be scared from you and you just do the oh boo, I'm scary, and they're like, oh no, the horrible monster, the worst one of them all, you know. And what's funny was originally
all.
what's funny is that you got like Sharon and then Andrew Craw after seeing Curly Sisters kind of scaring people is like, oh that's kind of cool. I want to go into the school, right? And then as soon as Curly kind of scares the kids, he's just like, oh yeah, fuck this school. It's like, God damn it! It's like, good on him for finding this thing, but fuck. He's driving away my business, damn it! But yeah, the story was fine. I did like the story. The one thing though that I disliked about the update was that they introduced so many new content, and if you were someone who started this update and this was your first ever update, good fucking luck buying any characters because like Sunny was like 18,000 of the fucking currency, which were by the way, the currency in questions were the icon from the book, which is the hand coming out with a candy bag face thing. So that was kind of fun. But yeah, it's interesting with the design and that type of stuff. But the one thing to introduce in that update though, and I don't you played this update, right? Vampire?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, okay. So do you remember the haunted pumpkin?
Yes, the Jack. You mean the haunted Jacko? That's what
Yeah.
he was called.
Yeah, the one where you had to upgrade it every fucking
Yeah,
step. And it did
yeah.
absolutely, it only gave you fucking pumpkin seeds. And then we bitched at them. It's like, yeah, you give us haunted pumpkin seeds at the end. It's like, okay, here's your haunted pumpkin seeds. It's like, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Lord, for that. And then we had the Jacko homes, which are supposed to be gimmicks of like they introduced more NPCs into the game. It was like, oh, they lived in these houses, right? But then it's like they ended up getting rid of that function midway through because they had an issue where for some reason people couldn't because they had too many people on, so they couldn't put that thing down because again you need people space in order to be putting homes, so they got rid of that feature. And then the one thing that happened in this update, which I glad I highlighted in my playthrough, is that for some fuck all reason, there was an error that happened where everyone's progress got resetted. So all of a sudden, old quests from the town aspect got pushed back, so everyone had to replay it again. Which is, again, you would think it'd be annoying, but what would end up happening is that you end up getting more progression points for it. So it was like a free kind of upgrade system where you just click on the button and you just keep getting more and more shit. And it was fortunate for me because that meant that every update that I ended up missing, I was able to show it off. So I was like, seeing the mayor going like, "Oh, monsters are like, oh, no, fuck the monsters," to the point where she's like, "I love monsters. Bring monsters in the community." As soon as she sees that everyone comes into the town because for some reason they came in just because there's monsters here. So it's just like an interesting kind of leveling progression. And then she started hating monsters again because of the arc she had. Yeah.
Oh, with the Phantom of the Auditorium thing?
Yeah. We haven't talked about that yet, have we?
No, not yet.
Okay, so we'll save that for later. But let's just say that things got wacky.
Yeah, true.
Things got wacky indeed. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else from the update that I recall. But
Well, I do want to mention that if they do end up bringing Trick or Trap back as a special book, I
which
think it would be rather interesting because what happened is that I ended up with like 2 of the treateries, which was the crafting station,
yes,
and it makes me wonder what would happen to both of them if that book came back as a special book, since the treatery was a crafting or a station, and I actually have 2 of them in my town.
you know what they would have done?
It makes
They
it
would have
makes me wonder what would happen to the other.
they would pull a full moon fever event where they would
Oh,
make a new thing up.
well, yes and no, but because I would like I would more likely understand it if it was more of like the Monster Blood thing instead of like Full Moon Fever, because in the terms of Full Moon Fever, they use the Mini Mysteries Club and the Monster Diner instead of having their own little crafting thing.
Yeah,
And
but
it
then they
wasn't until it came a special book did it have its own little crafting station.
that's what I mean. If they ever did bring it back as a special book, they would have to make a new thing for it because, again,
But
like
with
you
the
pointed
Monster
out,
Blood,
they made the
it used to be
treatery into a different building, right? And you made multiples, so it's like, yeah, I
yeah, but
can't.
with the Monster Blood thing, like what happened is like originally when Monster Blood came out, it used to be the rundown factory that was from Welcome to Dead House.
Yeah,
But ever since it came out as a special book, they used the Monster Blood house as a replacement.
yeah, or what they did with uh the Beast from the East, where they turned the battery shack into the actual crafting. So again, they would have figured something out. Whether that be
Yeah,
bringing an old item or building back like the we haven't talked about this update yet, but the vampire one, they did have like a scene where it was like a costume shop. They could have brought that back as a scene. Again, they have many options to go for. So again, they'll figure something out, but I don't doubt they will ever do that. So it's a thought process of what they would have done exactly,
yeah.
but I would have been curious. Worst comes to worst, they'd probably look at their other games, like Atoms or something like that, and think, yeah, this building looks good enough, and then fucking put that in as is, and just like maybe make it dirtier and be like, good, done. We're all good. There's your new building. None the wiser.
Perfect.
Yeah, so that's that there. Trying to think what else. Oh yeah. The other thing, at some point during the update, they ended up making the haunted Jacko, the haunted, you know how in the buildings there's like the spawn scene, the the treatery, in this case the crafting area, and then they had this interesting item in the middle, which is supposed to be like the main hub area, and they had this
Yeah.
weird well, right? So they ended up making that available to purchase, so you can buy that. And then afterwards, they ended up bringing back the horror wheel into the game and another name. So it's like, great. And then that cost more money. So it's just like, fuck me. Like, it was hard enough to get the fucking other thing. And it's like, they introduced this shit. And I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. I tried, but I couldn't get it because I had to upgrade the fucking pumpkin. And it's like, I had to buy other shit. It's just like, fuck me. I couldn't be bothered. The main prize, the book prize was like this statue, which is like whatever. But then the actual main prize was the Book of the Dead, which was like this book with a skeleton hand coming out of it. That
And
was
yeah, it's surrounded by candles.
yeah, which is interesting. I get what they were trying to do there, which is like it's a kind of connection with Kurt and whatnot. So it's like that's cool. I like that. Uh, what else? What else was there that was? Oh, right. The other big thing that happened was they decorated most of the buildings. You remember this?
Oh yeah, that's true. They did.
So a lot of buildings, they were only certain buildings that were decorated, but then they decided to say, no, everybody's decorating the buildings, especially Mortman, the fucking party pooper. He has decorations up. He finally
He's never
embraced
done that
Halloween. So it's funny to watch all the characters having, So this was the only year that had that happen. Well, maybe. Yeah, the only year that they had all the houses actually decorated for Halloween. Because after that, they only had select houses be decorated for Halloween for some fuck all reason. I don't know why, but, I guess some people weren't celebrating that year. But, yeah, there's that. I guess that's, yeah, because there's not much else. I did want to make a mention that I did like Better Call Dawes' place had the green jack-o'-lantern head for his Halloween decoration.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they had some interesting. Some of them are interesting. Like they actually go full out where they had like cool decorations and whatnot. And other ones are just like just put pumpkins on the floor. And that's it. That's our Halloween decorations. There you go. Or put leaves on top of it, which doesn't make sense because back in 2019 they used to have seasons where like the trees would change colors and all that stuff, and then in the spring it would be all green. And then after 2020, they're like, nah. The trees are always fall colors. Fuck it. No green whatsoever. It's always fall and winter. That's it. That's all you get. Because we're living in Spooky Town now.
Spooky
I think
Town.
that's about it. Because I don't know what else to think about right now. Unless anyone else wants to point something out or throw something.
I've got nothing.
Mm-mm.
I don't really have anything actually.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything I've missed talking about this. I don't think I have. I'm probably going to kick myself in the future. I'll be like, damn it, I forgot to talk about this one other thing. But I think I talked about mostly everything that update had to introduce and offer. I did remember, I think they had like 2 sorries where they basically was like, here's $10, sorry about that. And then he's like, oh, sorry, here's this other thing. It's just like, keep giving us stuff. But it's like, okay, that's cool. Thanks, I guess. So that was a nice treat. But yeah, I think now we're going to talk about Plant Vampire's main event thing. But before we do that, we're going to actually drop into our new sponsor. We have a sponsorship, everybody, and that's me. So I'm going to have my ad guy, Skip, actually introduce this concept of buying merch, because I introduced merch. No one's bought it just yet. So, why don't you buy this t-shirt? So take it away, Skip.
That's right, folks. We've just launched a new shop on Fourth Wall, and our first of many items is a special 10th anniversary shirt created by the artist that made Grimm's avatar you all know and love. Just take a look at this beauty. Made with 100% ring-spun cotton, it features all your favorites, like the orange cactus, the sonic ghosty, the bat that looks like a cat, and, I don't know who that is, but she's here too. There's also many Easter eggs, like, hey, look, is that Slappy? Oh my god, it is him! I must have this t-shirt! The t-shirt also has a unique anniversary logo present on the left side of the shirt here. But wait, there's more! But is orange the only color we have in stock? Hell no! The shirt also comes in blue! Hedgehog blue, that is. You can get this beauty for only 25 US buckaroonies. For a limited time, you can save not 5, not 10, but 20% off on this shirt when you enter the promo code EARLY2025 in checkout. Take my money now! However, don't wait too long, folks. This offer won't last long. The code's only valid for this year only, and this t-shirt will be gone by the end of 2026. So what are you waiting for? Go to grimokanshop.forthwall.com to get your t-shirt today! Thanks for letting me sponsor this segment.
And now back to the video.
Thanks, Skip, for that. Give it up for Skip, everybody. Yay! Although we are missing somebody. Unfortunately, Jax had to step out one moment because, family stuff. So at least she was here for half of it. So thanks
Yeah,
for that. But yeah, so now it's just the three of us again. So, Vampire, we are going to finish the quadrilogy, correct?
correct.
All right, so what is it this time?
The final story to this saga is called Dr.Maniac versus Robby Schwartz.
Are we going to get Robby Schwartz into this?
Yeah, we're gonna get Robby Schwartz.
Could you imagine if he did that book and it's like the Robby Schwartz was not even in it at all? It's just like, why the fuck call it?
No, he's in it.
I know. I'm just saying a what if scenario, but anyways.
You know, I'm just reminded of that one scene in um uh Spaceballs where like Dark Helmet was like, "I see your Schwartz is bigger than mine, but let us see how you handle it."
Yeah, speaking of, they got a sequel coming up soon. I think next year, right?
I know. I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's still going at it. So it's like good on him. I'll be curious to
Huh?
see how this turns out. I
Sorry, what was
think
that?
Mel Brooks is still going at it, which is like, good on him. I'm curious though. I think the guy who played as the Dark Helmet is coming back to play his role, which is interesting because I think he dipped out of
Rick
film
Moranis?
for a while. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I loved his role. He was like the best character ever.
Yeah, he did some great roles like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. There was the I think it was in the Little Shop of Horrors, right?
Yeah, he played Seymour.
And then he also plays from the Ghostbusters. It's just like, I am the gatekeeper looking for the game. No, I am the keymaster looking for the gatekeeper.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's like, and he took it, and he was talking, and what do you call it? Spectre was Spankler was just talking to the possessed guy, and he was just trying to see, like he was talking about shit, like taking on the form of a swarm to tell you that no one's looked good than that day. Anyways, sorry about that. So Robbie Schwartz, God, can I not speak? Robbie versus Maniac. So
Yeah.
let's see where this story goes. I guess we're gonna start off with our good old friend, the lizard.
Well, first I have to introduce the things involved in the event.
Right, I forgot about that.
Yeah, don't get too far ahead.
You can tell I don't want a part of it. All right, you go.
All right, so characters. Firstly, the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend, Robby Schwartz. He is a webcomic artist, creator of Dr. Maniac and Super Lizard, and looks like a neckbeard version of Sakamoto from Sakamoto Days, if anyone's ever heard of that anime.
Sounds familiar.
After Yeah, he was like an assassin who became like a dad, and not like Spy Family, but he was like
Oh,
he turned into
yeah,
like a storekeeper.
Oh yeah, the guy who throws a rock.
Yeah. He was the
yeah,
guy with like the white beard and the glasses.
yeah,
Or like a
Mustache, but okay.
mustache and glasses, yeah.
yeah.
Anyway,
What
after
was
the
this movie
creation
called? Sorry.
the anime is called Sakamoto Days.
Okay, yeah,
After the creation of the comic characters, decides to write and draw manga. That's where the neckbeard elements come into play.
yeah. Nice.
The next one is Dr. Maniac, obviously. Uh, then we have Milo Super Lizard, Crystal Mickelson Night Howler, Blue Strawberry, Scarlet Starlet, Dr. Root or Root Rot, and two other characters that weren't introduced yet. So the first one we're going to have is the Purple Rage. Now, the Purple Rage is a character who is also a supervillain created by Robby Schwartz, but he's also the sworn enemy of Dr. Maniac.
Yeah.
And his ability or his quote unquote superpower is getting really angry.
I mean,
Okay, so Hulk.
someone, yeah,
But it's
someone with
also
that,
his weakness too, because if he gets too angry, then he just explodes.
yeah, like he blows up.
Yeah, he literally explodes.
Nice.
Like a
The second
balloon.
character, huh?
Like a balloon.
Pretty much. The second character I'm introducing is Pinky Flamingo.
Okay, yeah, we've seen her before interacting with you. Or I'm sorry, with Mimi.
Yeah. So the special buildings are going to be the crafting area, which is the comic convention. Uh, it has a panel that showcases Night Howler, Dr.Maniac, Mass Mutant, and Super Lizard. The panel shows Milo and Robby Schwartz.
Yeah,
Um, the next one is the Crumbling Green Comic Stone, which is the Promenade supplier.
yeah.
Uh, Robbie's
Crumbling.
house, huh?
Crumbling.
Yeah, crumbling. Uh, Robbie's house, which is the house that Robbie comes with, obviously. Hang on, I need to take a swig of Mountain Dew. Yeah, my throat's a little dry. And the Comic Rift, which makes its return once more. Uh, spawns Dr. Maniac, Scarlet Starlet, Purple Rage, and the Mass Mutant. And after the event, it would be known as the final Comic Rift. Now, the final Comic Rift is going to spawn Dr. Maniac, Scarlet Starlet, Blue Strawberry, Purple Rage, Wreckage, Captain Croaker, Mass Monkey, Pinky Flamingo, Root Rot, and Ballistic Bug with 10% each. And this drops the Radiant Comic Stone pile or the Radiant Comic Stones. And I'll get to those momentarily. Special deals include Little Comic Shop of Horrors, They Call Me the Night Howler, and Dr. Maniac Will See You Now. Currency is Comic Stone shards. Shards of various comic stones. For decorations, I only have 4 listed, which include the Comic Convention panel table, Milo's Comic Dungeon, Art's booth, and Robbie's manga collection. The items go as follows. So starting with the raw item is the green comic stone. Now, I was actually asked what the comic stones do, and the green comic stone in particular turns regular people into superheroes, but also amplifies current superheroes' powers. So the next item is the League of Good Guys, or the
Nice.
League of Good Guys comic.
I was just saying nice. There's a nice callback there.
Uh, so this requires 3 green comic stones, Night Howler comic of 3 of those, and 3 Heroes comics from Little Shop of Horrors, or Little Comic Shop of Horrors. Next is the Legion of Chaos comic. This requires 3 green comic stones, 3 Final Mutant comics, and 3 Dr. Maniac comics. War of Worlds comic crossover. This requires 1 League of Good Guys comic and 1 Legion of Chaos comic. Radiant Green comic stone. This requires 2 green comic stones and 2 Fear of the Darkness, which is the little black gems. The next one is the Radiant Black comic stone. Now, the black comic stone turns people into supervillains and amplifies supervillain powers. So this is basically the opposite of the green comic stone.
Yeah.
This requires 1 Radiant Blue comic stone and 1 Radiant Purple comic stone and 1 Radiant Green comic stone. Next one is the Radiant Comic Stones, which requires the green, pink, and pink one. And Radiant Comic Stone Pile requires the black, blue, and purple ones. And finally, the Comic Gauntlet 100%. This requires the 60% Comic Gauntlet, as well as 1 Radiant Comic Stones and 1 Radiant Comic Stone Pile. So now with that out of the way, because take a drink, or yeah, take a drink every time you hear the word comic.
Oh god.
Don't do that because you'll die. Now we move on to the animations. So the first one is Robby Schwartz, and he has 3. The first one is Write a New Manga, which requires his house, and that drops the Night Howler comic. Draw World of War, War of Worlds comic, which also requires his house, and drops the Dr. Maniac comic. and sit in the artist's booth, which requires the artist's booth, and that drops the final mutant comic, Milo, or Super Lizard. The first of he only has two. The first one is called Revitalized, which drops the radiant green comic stone and is described as Milo glows green like Green Lantern as he flies around looking for Dr. Maniac. His second one is Ultimate Showdown. This requires Dr. Maniac and drops the War of Worlds comic. Unfortunately, I didn't have anything written down for Mutant, but you know,
Big sad.
Yeah.
yeah,
He
big
already
sad.
did too much. It's sad.
The next one is Dr. Maniac. He has two. So the first one he has is Monologuing, which drops the green comic stone. Dr. Maniac just chatters on and on and on to nobody in particular. The second one is Run, Robby, Run. Drops Radiant Black comic stone. Chases Robby Schwartz with a device similar to Syndrome's device from The Incredibles.
Which one?
The little arm wrist device thing.
Oh,
Blue Strawberry has one, which is just Run, Robby, Run. Drops Radiant Black comic stone and chases Robby Schwartz.
with a strawberry.
Huh? Oh, it's with a
With-
strawberry. Fruit.
Ah, a berry! My one weakness. No.
I saw
Oh no,
the problem
like
with it's like the bee guys is like, oh, this pregnancy. I know, I'll solve it with bees. In this case, it's like, I'll solve it with berries.
damn it, I'm being pelted with like health food. Anyway, the next one is Crystal. Crystal has two. The first one is Let Out the Ultimate Howl, which requires Dr. Maniac. Drops
That's
War
not-
of Worlds. Huh?
That can't be good.
Requires Dr. Maniac. Drops War of Worlds comic. Nighthowler lets out the most powerful howl at Dr. Maniac. Second one is Revitalized. Drops Radiant Green comic stone. Nighthowler glows green like Green Lantern as she Naruto runs looking for Dr. Maniac.
Wait, who is this?
Nighthowler.
Oh,
Dustin. He has three. So the first one is Become Colossal Elastic Boy.
Ah, Electric Boy.
Elastic Boy.
Yeah.
Drops the green comic stone. Walks on stretchy arms as Colossal Elastic Boy.
the boy's living his dream finally.
Stretching. That's his
Oh Jesus.
I remember when we were talking previously, and I thought you said bitches. My version of
Bitchin'.
bitches. Yeah.
Anyway, he drops the League of Good Guys comic. Strikes a pose as Colossal Elastic Boy.
Yeah.
Fight Crime is his third one. That one drops the Radiant Green comic stone and chases Root Rod across town.
Okay.
Oh no, a stretchy boy! No.
Ah,
It's the Colossal Elastic Boy. Lucy has one.
Oh.
Huh?
Just like we finally made a Oh, uh-oh.
What are you
Lucy
doing?
has one called.
No, sorry, I'm just adding to the humor.
Oh, I didn't quite hear it.
I don't remember what I said now. The people
Don't
watching listen to this knows, but I don't know. That's how bad it's gotten.
God. Lucy has one called Become Dynamite. Drops the green comic stone. Rollerblades along as Dynamite. And she was a character in the Attack of the Mutant video game.
I remember her now.
So you've essentially given Bart and Lisa their powers from that one Halloween episode.
Stretchy
Well-
dude and Lava Girl.
Yeah, the difference is I'm not exactly quite sure what Dynamite's thing is. I don't know if she just rollerblades her way to stop crime or anything, or whether she even has super strength or like she utilizes dynamite or anything.
Yeah,
Girl
it's
that
weird.
roller
It's like
skates
one of those.
everywhere.
It's like Hawkeye. It's like, what's his superpowers? Oh, I can shoot arrows good. It's like that's not really a superpower. Yeah, but I can shoot good. It's like, all right, dude, whatever. Fuck. Think you can be on, I guess.
Listen, we
The
just
next
let him
one.
on. Never mind. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. I was gonna say like we just let him on because he pays the taxes.
I mean,
Oh,
that's
right, that's
Batman's
the
job, but
meme.
okay.
Yeah, I'm reminded of the meme from the with Batman. The reason why we have Batman here is just like, he thinks of stuff. And he's just like, at some point, you remember, like, he forgets he's Batman. He's like, look, guys,
Oh
the,
yeah, the
the guy
solid
told
JJ
me all
video.
this stuff. Don't worry, I'll still pay for you guys, right? It's like, oh no, I
Yeah.
remember my parents. Yay, he's back. Why do we want this again?
The next one is Eric Tyler. He only has one, which is study the comic stones, and that just drops the green comic stone. Eric
Of course
studies
he
each
would.
Huh?
I said, of course he would.
Eric
Yeah.
studies each comic stone and notes them down on a notepad. Marty has two,
Oh,
which is become super duper. Now, super duper, the only mention of super duper was actually in Little Comic Shop of Horrors, where that was just like a knockoff of Superman.
Super duper man.
I'm sorry. I can't get over the fact that Marty's is like the most silly sounding one.
I mean, and that's not surprising because again, this is the same kid who's just like, I'm gonna do my super dance called Super Marty. It's just like, and then Dustin's like, that is the stupidest shit I've ever heard. He's like, what is that, punk? I mean, that's great, Marty.
But what?
So he flies around in a Superman-like suit, and that drops the green comic stone. Fight crime.
Marty with superpowers. That can't be good.
Oh.
that can only end so well.
Yeah.
It would be like that one episode of the Big Superhero Wish
Oh,
from
God,
Fairly Odd Parents, where like even the bully has superpowers.
Yeah. Oh,
And his
wasn't
name
that?
is Bull E.
Yeah. I'm Bull E.
What does the E stand for? It's the second word. It's the second letter in death, and the third one in die. Anyway, the last one is Meanie.
Okay.
So Meanie actually has two.
Okay.
And the first one is strike a deal. Meanie talks to Pinky Flamingo, and they agree on a partnership. This drops the Radiant Black comic stone.
Okay.
And the second one is terrorize the town. Pinky Flamingo spins around like the Tasmanian devil, scaring people. And this drops the Legion of Chaos comic.
Okay.
Interesting you went with Tasmanian Devil and not the Mask.
Well, they would know exactly what, like, it's just basically like the twirling cartoon tornado with like arms and legs flying around everywhere. That's what I just call the Tasmanian Devil style. And now with that out of the way, we can finally get to the storyline.
Finally.
Here we go. The main event.
Yeah, the main event. Dr.Maniac versus Robby Schwartz. So we start off with Milo. Welcome, players, to the final chapter of my story. Where we left off was a bit of a cliffhanger. Crystal became the Night Howler, joined me in crime fighting for a bit, sparred with Dr.Maniac, and we're on a quest to retrieve all the comic stones before Maniac does, so he can't rule the world. His HQ was burned to the ground, but the comic stones survived. Will Maniac finally beat our heroes? Let's see what happens next. Yeah, that was established in Dr.Maniac Will See You Now.
Yeah, you weren't here on that episode.
Oh yeah.
That's why you don't know. You didn't watch the episode. That's why.
Shame.
I watched some of it.
No, I'm not prepared.
Shame on you. Shame, shame, shame. Shame on you.
Yeah, it's all good.
Anyway. So, quest. Crystal. Hey, Milo. Oh, hey, hon. What brings you to my comic dungeon? Any new books I might be interested in? Oh, sorry about that. I'm actually about to get ready to head to the HorrorTown Comic Convention on the Promenade. Another museum? No, much different from a museum. A convention is a gathering of fellow fans of a particular medium.
Otherwise known as nerds.
Nerds.
These gross freaks.
Cuts to new dialogue. Hey, you should come with me as the Night Howler. To do some patrolling?
No.
Sort of. since it's a convention, even if your identity was revealed, people will think it's just cosplay. Therefore, your identity will be safe.
Although
least
you
until
might
your
get
superpower
harassed.
activates.
You might get harassed by
Sorry,
people.
what?
Huh?
What did you say, Logan?
I said unless your superpower activates, in which case, yeah, they'll know.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did you say, Grim?
I would say, but you might get harassed.
I mean that I'm pretty sure Crystal's fine with that.
I
That's part
don't.
of the gig.
She
Yeah,
lives for
no,
it.
I mean in the sense of like, I don't know. I'm just reminded now of that situation that happened on Twitch. That shithole of a place. But anyways, you can continue.
I mean, there's a lot of shit that happened on Twitch. You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific.
TwitchCon, there was a woman who was doing something, and Twitch's staff
Oh,
did
the
fuck all.
Emaru thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. That's why I was joking with the whole you might get harassed a bit.
yeah.
Probably
And the
not a
fact
good
that
idea to.
Twitch had to fucking lie about it too. I'm like, holy shit.
Oh my god, yeah. Anyways, sorry, we're getting off topic. You go, you
Yeah.
go, fam.
Yeah, probably not a good idea to make light of the situation. Anyway,
Yeah, it's gone now.
Let's see. Oh right, Crystal. What about you, Milo? I'm gonna Clark Kent it like I always do, and then cuts to Quest, and then back to Milo.
just imagining this lizard in glasses and a suit and tie.
Hello, fellow human.
Hello,
Hello.
fellow human. How are you?
I do human things. Ah, good.
I can like
I do
actually,
human things.
I can imagine like as soon as he gets to the convention, he's just like in his super lizard outfit, and people are like, "Hey, look, it's Super Lizard." He puts on the glasses. Oh, you
Where did
just
he
missed
go?
Super Lizard. He was right here.
Where did he go?
Best $100
Doctor?
I've ever spent on these
Doctor.
hypno glasses.
We're all doctors.
Cuts to Quest, and then back to Milo. I also have a booth going on there. I'm going to be taking questions from the crowd and sell some of my comic books there. Ooh, that actually sounds like interesting. Can you draw? Not as good as you, Milo. Well, if you could draw, you could make a pretty good and sizable income from selling your art at a convention. Ooh, that sounds like fun.
Someone knows from experience that's bullshit.
So what?
No, he's just laughing, and I'm just like, it sounds like someone knows from experience that line is bullshit.
Is it? I wouldn't really know.
At least down here it is. I'm not so sure how the situation up in Canada is.
Well, I guess
I guess
conventions.
I guess it depends on which one you go to.
Yeah, conventions differ.
Yeah.
This is true.
Anyways.
Anyway, Milo, here we are. Oh, the masked mutant is going to be there? It seems like it. Oh, and there's going to be an appearance from Robby Schwartz. Who's Robby Schwartz? Did he make any comics that I like? No, but he did create. Huh?
No,
Go
sorry.
This is something else.
No, but he did create Dr.Maniac. Oh, so he's responsible for his existence. Then cuts to Quest.
I
and
just
then back-
imagine like I wanted to say before I had interrupted you, like I just imagine like the minute she says, "Who's Robby Schwartz?" He just like stops everything, and it's like that scene from what was it like? I was like, what was it? Family Matters, where the father like turns and the background turns really dark
Yeah.
to like face his son.
I don't know if I saw that episode. Then again, I haven't really watched much episodes of Family Matters.
I'm not even sure that I'm not even sure that's the title of the show, to be honest.
Let's see. Then Milo. It's not entirely his fault. However, since he got a panel at the convention, we can ask him questions about Maniac. Ooh, like his weakness. Exactly. We could use this opportunity to stop Maniac permanently. Well, since you also have your own panel, I'll be able to ask questions in your stead. Greatly appreciated, hon. We also need to also focus about collecting any comic stones. You can count on me. I got my suit ready. Then cuts to the next set of dialogue. They're at the convention. Let's see if I can find any of those comic stones. And then bumps into somebody. It's like, oof, sorry about that. Then the person she happens to bump into is Robby Schwartz. It's like, oh, well, that's okay. Nice cosplay. You're one. You look like one of my characters, the Night Howler. Wait, Are you real? It's like,
Are you
oh, no,
real?
no, no. No, I'm a cosplayer. I've heard of you. You're Robby Schwartz, right? It's like, that I am. I created some of my more infamous characters, like the Purple Rage and Dr.Maniac. It's like, oh, perfect. I actually wanted to talk to you about Dr.Maniac. Then cuts the quest. Then
Before you,
Robby.
Wow, you
sorry.
look like one. Wow, you look like one of my characters.
Yeah,
No,
I
not
was
really.
about to.
It's just like that's so weird. It's just someone sees that. Can you imagine you create something and it's just like you see some cosplayers like, are you my creation? Are you real now? Am I your fault?
Does
Well,
does the
the thing
apocalypse come?
Well, the reason why he asked that is because that in the original story of Dr. Maniac versus Robby Schwartz, he did create Dr. Maniac and he just randomly comes to life for no reason at all.
Oh, so he's just
To
like,
be,
you're not here to kill me, are you?
yeah, yeah.
The weird thing about that book, though, is that there's a lot of red herrings where it's like, oh no, this happened. Oh no, I'm joking. Oh no, but it really is happening. No, I'm just joking. Oh no, it really is. It's like, fuck off, book. Stop fucking
Yeah,
pretending as if it's not real, but
it,
it
it's
turns out
kind
it's real, but it's not real. It's like, this fucking book Inception is bullshit.
yeah, it's kind of like that one scene or that small little scene in Family Guy where like Stewie was in the control area of like an airport. It was like, oh, I'm just joking, or am I? No, I'm just joking, or maybe it's
Yeah.
kind of like that, but with the story of like Dr. Maniac versus Robby Schwartz is like, oh, that whole thing wasn't real. But what if it was? No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. It wasn't. But maybe it is.
Yeah, yeah,
It's just like a whole bunch of that.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
basically that story in a nutshell. And then after that, we don't really hear from Robby Schwartz again, but we just hear like a little bit more from of Dr. Maniac.
yeah.
Let's see, where was I? Oh yeah. Uh, then it goes to Quest and then back to Robby. I haven't made any recent Dr. Maniac comics in a long time. I'm more into manga now. Manga? What's that? It's a popular medium. It's almost like comic books, but originated in Japan. And they have a wider selection of diverse genres of storytelling than just superheroes. Ooh, I wonder if Milo sells those. I could tell you a few I'm working on if you'd like. And then it just cuts to a new set of dialogue. This time, we get to see Dustin and Dustin. I'm excited for this convention, Lucy. Lucy, you were really begging me to join you, Dustin. Why didn't you go with Eric? Dustin, because Eric only likes mutant comics. Much like how that Crystal girl only likes Super Lizard. Lucy, right, lack of diversity. Dustin,
It's like they're
oh wow.
obsessed with it.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, look at that. Someone's dressed as Pinky Flamingo. And then Pinky Flamingo just has his little ellipses. Then cuts to Quest, and then cuts back to Lucy. Looks like the real deal, doesn't, right? Cosplayers are so gifted. Oh, and that one looks like Root Rot. Lucy, who exactly are these characters? Doesn't. Oh, they're part of the Mass Mutants Legion of Chaos. Lucy, oh, what about that guy with the wacky clothes and the leopard print cape? Then
What?
who's that would be the description of Dr. Maniac.
No, but wait, who are they saying this to?
Uh, Lucy was asking Dustin who Dr. Maniac was basically. Robby. Oh, I should get going. The panel's starting. Howler. Oh, I'll walk with you. That would be nice. Milo should be
Wait,
around here anyway. He's got a booth set up here. Oh, what does he sell? He sells his Super Lizard comics as well as some other comics he made. Then cuts to Quest.
He
Then they
sells seashells
meet
by the
back.
seashore.
And then cuts back to um, Howler. Hi, Milo. Hi, hon. What a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Schwartz. I see my reputation precedes me. Your girlfriend told me about that you sell comics. I do. Feel free to peruse my inventory. Oh, you created these comics? I sure did. Snake Man, Squeezer and Squisher. Heck, I even made Ballistic Bug. Then it cuts to new dialogue. Starts off with Howler. Good news, hon. I got the information we need. Maniac's weakness? Yes. We also have the weaknesses of Scarlet Starlet and the Purple Rage. Perfect. Then cuts to then we can see Maniac again, like, oh, I'm just dying to hear what you learned from my good friend Robby.
Robbie.
Milo.
Robbie immediately
Robby.
sweats.
Robbie the
Oh,
Rock.
God, no.
Robby.
With my friend Robbie Rotten.
Milo.
Sorry.
Oh, it's Maniac.
Oh,
Then cuts to question, and then back to Maniac. Hello, lizard boy. You and your girlfriend were pretty busy, weren't you? Why are you here, Maniac? Easy. The last comic stone is here, and I need it to complete the comic gauntlet's power. You told us that it was destroyed in the fire. Surprise! I lied.
Yes, I'm a villain. I lie. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, that's pretty much the short of that one. Milo. And I intend to give you front row seats to watch as I achieve. Wait. Oops. I mixed that up. That was supposed to be Maniac's dialogue. Let me try that again. Maniac. And I intend to give you front row seats to watch as I achieve my ultimate goal. Then cuts to new dialogue. Dustin. Hey, look what I found. It's a weird glowing rock. Maniac. Yoink. I'll take that. Milo.
Oh, he didn't even get a chance.
Maniac. Now watch as I turn the entire world into a comic book world. Milo. You can't do that. You'd unleash unmeasurable amounts of chaos. That's the point, lizard boy. Then cuts to Quest.
Life is so
Dustin.
dull.
Dustin. Whoa, I feel weird. Marty. What the? Oh, I feel amped. Lucy. Wait, we were given strange powers. Maniac. That's right. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Lucy's line there.
Isn't that the name of the book? Help We Have Strange Powers.
Yeah, that was a little nod to that one.
I was about to say, like, fucking Madame Doom comes in all of a sudden, just like, wait, I've heard that.
Dr. Maniac. That's right. Now everyone is a comic book character. Robby. Maniac. Oh, my good friend Robby Schwartz. New set of dialogue. What do you think, Robby? My ultimate goal achieved. Everyone is now a comic book character. Robby.
I made a much better comic than you.
I'm literally Syndrome.
everybody's super.
I'm literally
Nobody
Syndrome
is.
right now.
So
Everyone can be super.
and when everyone's super, no one will be.
It's like, that is so fucking stupid, but okay.
Robby ellipses. Maniac also ellipses. Why aren't you saying anything? Robby. You aren't the Maniac. Maniac. What? Milo. Huh? Quest. And then back to Maniac. I am too, Dr. Maniac. How can you even say that I'm not? Robby.
Why would you say this to me? That's so rude.
Robby. Simple. Dr. Maniac's schemes make no sense. You have a purpose. Something unlike Maniac's. Crystal. Or, I guess, Howler. Wait, if he's not the real Maniac, then who is he? Robby. Ellipses. Mason Brady.
Who?
Mason Brady.
Everyone in the comic book convention just like, what?
Okay, so this is actually something from They Call Me the Night Howler. So the story of Mason Brady is that he originally took up the mantle of the Night Howler, but because he sucks so badly at it, he decides to give up, and instead he comes across Dr. Maniac, who gives him the opportunity to become Dr. Maniac instead.
Okay.
So Mason Brady is basically Dr. Maniac.
I'm not what? No, I'm not this Mason Brady. What are you talking about? He just starts backing away.
You
slowly.
are an imposter, my dear sir. I am the real Maniac, because I make no fucking sense.
Sorry.
Maniac. Anyway, back to Maniac. No, what have you done? Milo. I see what's going on now. Then new set of dialogue. Because
you're such a killjoy. You're a killjoy, Robby Schwartz. God
damn
you.
Because your secret identity has been revealed, your suit has been stripped of its power. Pretty ironic, actually. In a world of superpowered beings, you don't have any powers anymore.
You know what?
Purple Rage.
I'm sorry. No, you go on.
I'll talk after the next segment.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was about to say, can you imagine Robby Schwartz being more like an R.L. Stein type? It's just like, I invented you to be like this. Yes. Oh God, even worse, Christian. Yes. I made you my superpower. And now that your identity's been revealed, your costume doesn't work anymore. Yeah.
The next one comes from Purple Rage, who also happens to be here. He's like, wait a minute, he's not even the real maniac? That really pickles my potatoes. So the thing with Purple Rage is that he also makes up these weird things where he, the whole grinds my gears thing.
Yeah.
He makes his own various iterations of alliterations based on that phrase, and a lot of that just doesn't make any fucking sense. So I decided to implement my own, which is pickles my potatoes.
Yeah. I'm now reminded of the idea of like, I hate to bring Rick and Morty up, but it's like reminded of that whole stupid gimmick of like these superhero characters, and then they end up releasing what was it? Rick Khan is like what you say. You named this guy Rick Khan,
And the twist
yeah, I remember
is
those.
you were born with no bones. It's like the stupid logic of some guy just like says something and it's like, oh, it's true now.
You always had a
And
weakness
then
for coffee.
and then Connie Tenuity.
Yeah. God damn it. And this has been
Orange, as it always was. This is the stupidest fucking thing I did. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
And then there's cut back to Maniac, who does like a little girly scream at the sight of Purple Rage. It's like
Purple drapes. I've always imagined purple drapes.
Milo, turn everything back to normal and I'll save you from Rage. Maniac, fine, you win. Then cuts to Quest, and then back to Milo.
That was the quickest.
Well, that's because Purple Rage is like Dr. Maniac's biggest weakness. Because
yeah, it's weird that Purple Rage is weak. It's like weird that I guess they're frenemies in this thing. It's like there's just episodes where in the book it's like they're supposed to be like bad guys against one another, but then sometimes they work together. It's like, what the fuck's going on? It's like, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of a weird thing. Like in the Horrorland books, I know he was working with Dr. Maniac.
Yeah.
And I know he was absent from Night Howler.
Yeah.
And I don't remember if he was in Dr. Maniac Will See You Now, but
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Let's just think
about my favorite movie. Don't think about it. It's probably for the best.
Anyway, it's the Quest, and then back to Milo. Now that the world is back to normal and I destroyed your gauntlet, I need to let you in on something. What's that? I also lied. Your comic world gave you powers. I just tricked you to return it back to normal. What? Sucks to suck, Maniac.
Yeah.
Sucks to suck, Maniac. Or should I call you Mason? And then he just whimpers.
That's probably the worst person to go up against is your own creator, because they can just retcon you out if they want to.
I mean, yeah, technically. Then new set of dialogue. Milo. And now with Dr. Maniac defeated, I'll work on closing the comic rifts. We don't want any more nonsense getting through here. Please and thank you, says Crystal. Robby. And now we can continue with the Comic-Con. Dustin. Oh, I'm gonna miss having superpowers. Lucy. Well, it was fun while it lasted. Cuts to Quest, and then ending scene with Milo and Curly. Starting with Milo. And that concludes our saga. Sorry if it seems a bit underwhelming. I would like the story to be longer, but constraints are a pain in the ass. Anyway, I wish you all a safe day, especially on these troubling times. And then Curly. Maybe next time I'll narrate your next comic story, Milo. That's it, actually. No more comic stories, Curly. Oh, come on, Milo. See you
Curly's
next
like,
time, folks.
This costume.
"Boo! You suck! Bring
Damn
on
it,
the
Milo, you
skeleton
suck.
again! Use better!"
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yay.
Yay.
What a take.
Boo. Boo. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry if it was a bit underwhelming.
They're not saying boo. They're saying boo earns.
Are you saying boo or burns? Boo. I was saying burns. Yeah. It's hard to put. Like again, I don't know what to say. I'm just
So
that's
I
flabbergasted.
know what I do know what to say. I'm disappointed in myself because I mixed up Malcolm in the Middle with Family Matters.
Nice.
Because none of the podcast listeners are going to see this, but this is the scene I was talking about when
Oh, he's talking
I just
about that scene.
imagined.
It's like, yeah, it's like, Dad, can I go with this? It's just like, you do realize what you're just asking, right? Once we go continue, there's no going back. Yeah, I know. Okay, good. Great. We'll start tomorrow. That was like Bryan Cranston, right? Was the father in that one?
I'm not
I
sure.
love
I never
Malcolm.
really watched it.
Oh.
I love Malcolm in the... You should watch it, man. This is like a really good shit.
The future is now, old
But yeah, that's just what I imagine when Milo hears Crystal ask who Robby Schwartz is, and he just goes, "You do realize what you just asked, right?"
That's like the meme. That's the meme of like, what's the fight of '87? You know what you just asked, right? Once we go down this road, there's no going back. Are you sure? Yeah. Great. Let's start tomorrow. Yeah. It's like once you
But
enter
yeah,
this place.
Malcolm in the Middle is actually a really good show, and I couldn't recommend it anymore.
Yeah,
I'll
agreed.
add it to my list of things. My
Well,
ever-growing
that was the
list of
music.
things.
Yeah. I remember there was a video talking about like the Malcolm in the Middle. There's this theme song, but in the theme song, there was a bunch of different clips that get shown, like random videos and whatnot. And at the time, they were trying to figure out where these clips and stuff came from. And for most of them, they ended up finding everything except for one, which was the skier who was on fire. They're like, where the fuck did that come from? Right. So there was a video on YouTube that was talking just about that, of like trying to discover where this clip came from. Because it was significant. You just look at it and go, oh, that's kind of cool. But
Yeah, I can understand the curiosity on that one because I don't know where that's from either. In fact, I don't know where a lot of those clips came from. Not even the fucking smirking anime guy.
I'm sure that I think all of them got, eventually they ended up finding all the information from it, like somewhere. Again, I don't remember it per se, but I do remember the
The only
same
one I do
YouTuber.
know is the only one I do know is the fucking WWE one.
Yeah. You're not the boss of me now. Life is unfair. Again, it's interesting. I
But anyway,
remember
what did you
a Family Guy one. It's just like the one. It's like kids are finally free.
But what did you guys think of the story?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the idea of just the villain being defeated so easily, even after he achieved his goal.
Yeah. I win. No, you didn't. Oh.
I win. No, you didn't. What? Yeah, look. Nah. Oh.
I used my power eraser. No, not that.
I can imagine it's like
Just pulls out a regular just Robbie pulls out a regular pencil. All right, now if I turn it around and show the eraser side.
well, he was a webcomic artist, so he draws with like digitally.
Okay, I
So
use my
he just pulled.
tablet. Here's a
Yeah, I
picture
use
of
my
you.
iPad and
I gotta do a fucking voodoo-esque because it's like I'm gonna erase your head. You're gonna be bald now. So says me.
I am the god of this world, not you.
What did you think, Grim?
Yeah, I like where it was going. I will say I do understand with the whole anticlimactic thing because you think that, but again, with the limitation, it's like, well, what can you do? But
Yeah.
it's interesting that it ended on in a convention area, and it's basically just a creator who just basically R.L. Steined it.
Just wait, you're not my creation. What? No, I am. Yeah, no, you're not.
Hello, I'm Robby Schwartz. I made the comics.
I'm Robby Schwartz, and I make Dr.Maniac comics.
Yeah. I still love that bit with R.L. Stein is coming. Hello, I'm R.L. Stein. I write the Goosebumps books. Classic, but yeah. Anyways,
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
yeah, that's fun. So I guess that's it for there, honestly. Now, I
Mhm.
think, is there anything else you guys want to talk about before we end it, or
Was there anything in particular you guys were like excited about this month?
Uh, uh,
uh,
I mean, other than the stuff that's happening in Wizard 101, nothing.
I guess for me, it's the fact that I finally got my book completed. So it's now in the works, so I should hopefully get the reveal out soon. Very soon, hopefully.
Yes.
So I'll be happy to reveal what I've been working on and finally reveal that tease that I had in that video, that tease video, because again, you might be curious as to who that might be. And I think by the time we
From the
get to,
tower.
yeah, so on the time we get to the next episode, no, actually, it won't be. I mean, technically, it would be my episode, but really, it would be the last episode to season 2, which will be in January, but we film in December. That's when we kind of. Anyways, I'm getting too far ahead of myself, but yeah, next episode, hopefully, I'll be able to reveal to you the so-called character that I've been obsessing over for this year, and it's just like the meme of blank is, blank ended friendship. Now blank is my new best friend. And when you see who, it's like, I see. But yeah, anyways. I guess the next episode is mine, and it's the last one before the end. And this whole year has been very lackluster on my end, and yeah, it's still going to be lackluster in a sense. But we're actually going to be doing something that I've been lacking for a bit, and I'll show you why with this tease clip for our Christmas episode. So here it is.
Like the movie The Ring. Awesome. Ah! Come back here, you. Giggity, giggity, crabbity, giggity.
Yeah, so what an interesting clip for a Christmas episode. Like what the hell that's all about. I mean, when you find out and see it, you'll understand, but this is going to be an interesting one because I'm going to be trying to combine. It's going to be a co-op effort because for the first time we're taking a look at someone else's concept and actually trying to see if we can turn that into an actual update. So, yeah, so we're going to be shouting somebody out finally because they've been working on some things themselves, and I'm gonna try to make it into an event using their ideas, but also make some of my own in there, and that will help
You
me
hear this,
save
you know
some
who you
time
are.
because my creativity has been on this book, which I will reveal to you
Well,
next episode because it is very fitting for this season. That might be a hint
And if
of
you hear
exactly
this,
what
you
it might
know
be.
who you are.
hopefully
Yes.
this shout out doesn't make another autistic gamer.
Oh, hi. I'm Autistic Gamer 357 at a Cool Pumps Podcast. Thank you.
Hi, you watched a clip from the cool autistic gamer
Go
77.
this. Yeah.
Like and subscribe if you like this video.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I love it too because Sly and his friends came back now that they kind of was starting to show that off, and he's been hiding because he killed a bunch of people. It's like, you know what this reminds me of? Yeah, I know. And he's
I
hiding in the
know that
kitchen.
A lot of people have speculated that he was actually like one of the creators in like an incognito type thing.
I honestly feel like what it is just one of the animators from the show who ended up doing this.
Yeah.
They might have talked to the creators and said, "Hey, I have an idea for this thing." He's like, "Yeah, that'd be fucking great. Let's do that." Right? And it like starts off kind of like crappy, but then all of a sudden they actually get into the bit where they actually start talking. It's like, no, the cool autistic gamer. That's not cool.
I've actually seen.
Oh,
Yeah,
come
I've
on,
actually seen
Tim.
comments.
Oh, come on,
I've seen
Tim.
comments.
Let him do his thing. Harley, a lot of people just died.
I
And
know
his
that
fucking
I've seen a
face
lot
on
of.
it.
I've seen a lot of comments where like they ranged from, okay, how is this guy not like one of the people involved in the show? Like,
Yeah, because he does a good job, and especially since they acknowledge the clips acknowledge this guy existence, so it's like, come on, there has to be an inside joke.
yeah.
You know what? It'll be the day when Cool Autistic Gamer was actually in the episode and was like, motherfucker, I knew it.
There's also like the one scene in that clip where like Mr. Boss takes Alan away. He's like, Alan, we are so
Fucked.
fucked. And I was like, why? Is it because we turned the off? And is it because the cool autistic gamer made like shitty renovations to the office? And you just see like the outside, it just looks like his head.
Hi. Yeah, no, not that. Do you realize something? If they condemned our office, that we'll have to move out of it? No.
They can shut us down and we would have to move out.
Yeah, I love that too. It's just the whole
Don't
you
don't worry.
best. That was
Your old
really?
boss has got a trick up his sleeve.
Yeah. Really? We
Yeah, he was
passed?
gonna kill
Yeah.
him with like a fucking.
Yeah, the whole skeleton in the wall bit was really fucking hilarious. Made me laugh. So we actually got safe? Hell no! You're the worst fucking thing I've ever heard. Yeah, but that wall skeleton thing, that was fucking hilarious. I don't know what that is. Yeah. I love it too because Mr. Frog came back and they had someone from I think it was from the what's that
Creed.
show?
The
Yeah,
Office.
The Office. That's what I didn't know it was The Office, but yeah, this guy from The Office, and he dressed him in green.
was
He's like
Creed.
Mr. Frog's
Yeah, his name was
father.
Creed.
Yeah. You want some
But yeah,
coffee? I just take
he
two.
put in like he put in like a phenomenal acting skills in that
Yeah,
episode.
for a shitty joke thing, but he was really like playing the role, like he was actually serious on this. It's just like,
Yeah,
hello, son. You know,
he
your mother
fucking
died.
he fucking sold that shit.
Yeah. Get out! I have no son.
That was like the most emotional episode of like Smiling Friends ever.
I have yet to
That show
watch.
just
Yeah, I have
more
yet to
than
watch The Mole People, though, sadly.
Uh,
The Mole
yeah.
Man, or sorry.
I was gonna say the mole person.
Yeah, The Mole Person. Oh, sorry. You didn't see my dick, did you? That not even I did this?
see my penis, did you?
For a guy who doesn't want to show it, he seems to want to show it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
No, he actually tries to cover it, but he sometimes accidentally like removes his hand from it. It was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, I forgot.
Behold! Oh, shit. Yeah.
You didn't see my penis, did you?
Not even I did this? Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I think we talked on long enough, right? Anyways, so I've been Graham.
Oh, is that? I'm Alistair. Hello. I'm sorry. I'm
Hello.
here and there.
Hello.
And I have been the cool autistic gamer 77. Like and subscribe if you like this video. Thank you.
And that's a wrap.
We get sued by him.
See ya.
Yeah, but screw him if he does.